Anyways, hello everyone. You guys are going so fucking fast. I'm looking down at my internet speed at the moment because I live out in the desert. It's looking pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys excited? I'm going to be straight up. I have not been spoiled about this at all. I don't know anything about this other than the fact that my mod told me that I should do a trigger warning at the beginning of this. So as soon as we get into this, we are going to do a trigger warning type thing. So I just want to go ahead and give you guys that heads up that like we will be going ahead and doing that just as a safety, just as whatever. I'll be going over that just a little bit. That's all I know about it. Other than that, I have not been spoiled. I've literally been working, school, everything. I just got back from work like an hour ago. I was in chat typing the entire thing. With all of that being said and done, wait, hold on. All right, guys. Sorry, I have to let out my doggo really, really quickly. I don't want him distracting us. Is it okay? Is it okay if I leave you guys with a special guest? Yeah? Is it okay if, like, just really, really quickly, it'll take like a minute, 2 minutes. Okay? That sounds good. I'll just leave you guys really quick with the special guest. I'm going to let my dog go out, and I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Can you hear me? Is the volume too low? I see. Well, everyone, turn up the volume on your phones, please. What should we talk about? I didn't prepare anything. President told me to chat about what? Comments? You want me to read the comments? Okay. What did you eat today? I haven't eaten anything yet. Clothing brand? It's Uniqlo. Do you have a favorite book? That's a secret. Where do you usually go out? That's also a secret. Are there any foods you hate? Nothing in particular, but I prefer to avoid white rice. Not that I hate the taste. See, white rice is soft, and then you have sand or some other grit in it. It's really scary when you suddenly chew on that, right? Do you want to get married? No, I can't imagine at all. Marriage? Me? Even if you say you want to marry me, how much of that is true? I can understand when people want to be with someone they like, but why marriage? Is it an expression of love? To prove that you would stay forever with that person? If that's it, then maybe I understand a little. Who's your type? I don't think I should answer this. Won't you feel bad if you're not my type? You want me to tell you anyway? Well, if you insist. I can't stand someone who gets annoyed every time I mess up. 'Cause I mess up a lot. People who are bothered by every little thing I do would get tired of dealing with me really fast. So, pass. Well, it's a pity, but I prefer someone who doesn't mind me. I think affection comes from trust. What was it? Payback? Like, to return affection with affection. But I'm a coward. I can't believe in the words like, love, or affection very much. I don't know. I've never really fallen in love with someone before. People can only measure others by their own sets of value. If you don't understand the word love, you wouldn't believe it when other people directed those feelings towards you. Or, in simpler terms, if you've cheated before, you understand what it is and are more likely to suspect your partner of cheating. This feels weird. I'm not good at talking about myself, am I? It's not that I don't like talking about myself. I'm just afraid people won't accept who I am. This might sound a little contradictory, but I really want people to know all of me. My faults and my strengths. My idiotic and charismatic self. I want them to accept me as I am. Actually,
And we're back. Hi guys, welcome back in. In case you guys don't know, that is 45510 officially. Yeah. That is 45510, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what else to say other than, in case you guys haven't heard it, that is actually a really important story to Oshinoko, and it is being a part of the Minecraft. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You guys are officially going to be a part of the video on there along with I appreciate you all back. I wanted to go ahead and throw that out there just so you guys had a little taste as to what was happening. It is an actual official thing. It is actually I no way. Don't take I away. Appreciate y'all. I just wanted to go ahead and throw that out there so you guys had a little taste and actually be a part of it as well. Hello YouTube. I know, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. We're about to jump into this right here, right now. Hello, all 350 of you. What the fuck? Hi. I hope you guys are doing well. In case you guys don't know who I am, my name is Ed. I am a psychologist. I'm currently getting my PsyD. I have a bunch of licenses and stuff I've shown on stream beforehand, and we are about to analyze Oshinoko. Yeah, I appreciate you all. Ladies and gentlemen, I do have one more eye video that I'm going to show at the very, very end. And that one's another one from that same thing. But I do want to, I guess I want to start off by saying, hi, YouTube. You guys want to say hi to YouTube with me? Hello, YouTube. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are practicing that self-care. You guys should come and join us here on Twitch. We tend to do this every Friday and Sunday. Friday is Oshinoko Day, literally, until we're done with the series. Sundays, we tend to pick a lot of different anime throughout the week and analyze it the same way that we do this show. I want to start off by saying I haven't heard anything at all about this episode. The only thing I've been told is, number one, say a trigger warning at the beginning, and number two, have fun. That's all my mods have told me. I haven't had time to analyze, go on literally Twitter aside from like the post promoting this. So I am super duper excited to go ahead and be jumping in here. I will state this, guys, trigger warning. All my mods have said is, in case you guys, because a lot of you guys I'm sure have already seen this episode. I haven't. This is my first interaction with it. However, if it does bring up heavy topics, I will be going into those heavy topics. We will be talking about those heavy topics. Don't think of this as a reaction. Think about this more as a live analysis where we will be stopping, what we be talking about. We'll be going ahead and analyzing and going in deep as we can with every character, every scene, everything that's thrown our way. And this might include topics of, topics that are trigger worthy, which, could go anything like DTS, DTOSA, so on and so forth. I just want to go ahead and throw this out there. If you guys need any help, well, I do not have any direct access to go ahead and help all of you guys out immediately. I want to go ahead and throw this out there for those of you guys that are here in chat. Oh, wrong one. It should be ! help if it'll pop up. Ooh. Not well. Well, it should pop up in one way or another. And it has a list to a majority of mental health stuff, at least in the United States. If you guys are abroad, please make sure that if you guys aren't feeling well throughout it, it's okay to take a little break. It's okay to take a break and come back to it whenever you guys are ready. No one's gonna force you, especially when we're going into deep topic. If you're uncomfy about it, you're I don't want to talk about it, do let me know. It's okay to take that little break for yourself. I am throwing this out there. As I said, as a psychologist, I'm looking into the elements at play here. And if this relates to you in any way, shape, or form, I am going to suggest seek out help, seek out therapy, whatever profession you need it. That is there for you. I love each and every single one of you guys. I really wish I got to know each and every single one of you guys personally. You guys are all amazing. Everyone that chats and lurks. With that being said, though, let me make sure that this runs real quick because I want to make sure that you guys have the capacity to ask for help should you need it. Let me go ahead and throw this in there. There we go. All right, let's see. This should bring it up, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wow, okay. If you guys are having any issues at all, please do let me know. Again, take that step back. I will be stopping. I will be analyzing, including the intro. There you guys go. There's a couple of numbers up on screen almost immediately. I will be stopping. I will be analyzing, including the intro and all of the above. If you guys don't like it, I'm sorry. I'll probably be looking back at it a lot because there's hidden symbolism and the symbolism changes a lot. I know it is time to stop. I know I've gone through this 8 times.
This is big brain time.
Thanks so much for all the subs, guys. I appreciate it. If you guys want to help out, I don't have a Patreon. I don't have anything like that. I'm going to go and throw this out. The one and only, and then at the very end, I'll say it again. I don't believe in a Patreon. this should be free, open information to all of you guys because it is mental health concepts that we're talking about. However, if you guys want to help out, especially we're trying to get a better camera, we do have a little throne here where you guys are able to go ahead and come and help out. It's all contribution based. You don't have to buy the whole thing. Whatever you can helps out a ton. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready? Set. All right, ladies and gentlemen, why don't we go ahead and just jump right into it? And the first question I have to you guys is this. Why is this show, this episode, I never pay attention to it, to episode names. Why is it called, I guess I'll do it this way, Ego? Why is it called Ego Search? What are we about to get into? What the fuck is this? What is this? Are we about to, hold on, Ego Search, right? So in theory, right, it's a Freudian concept to go into the id, the ego, and the superego. And to go ahead and search for an ego, right? Ego surfing, right? To go, oh, is it ego surfing? Oh shit, did I read that wrong? You know, it's ego search. To search for an ego, right? And the concept of an ego is the concept of self and self-esteem and self-growth, right? And a big thing that's coming to my mind specifically is when you have an ego, right? What are some of the deterrents that come against it? This is I'm not even analyzing the characters. I'm analyzing the concept as to why someone would pick a name. I know that the author put out there an attachment thing, which made me beyond happy because I'm like, how did he pick this up? He put up an attachment thing. I shared it with the mods because it was tagged to me on Twitter, and I was like, this is so good. But when it comes to an ego search, ego is the state of building, who you are as an individual, how you view yourself, your self-esteem. A lot of people don't know this, but in the process of building your self-esteem, there are relapse panels, relapse searches in situations like that, right? So you'll never, in a continuous line of building your own ego, it is circular, right? So there's relapses. This terrifies me. This terrifies me. Guys, we're literally 0 seconds in. I'm just going off of the intro right now. The name alone terrifies me for one particular reason. We have Aqua in this show. And we have a lot of other people in this show. We have a lot of people in this show. But the name terrifies me immediately because in searching for your ego, you can also find your counter ego. And that's our most vulnerable states. And in these parallels that we do for ourselves, right, and trying to superimpose ourselves or find what is good or all of these things, what happens when you can't sustain an ego or you can't find yourself? Let me cook. I'm just throwing shit out there. This is just by the title itself. I usually don't tend to take a look at it, but this time it was right here while I was going off and like throwing stuff. It's ego surfing. That's even worse. If it's ego surfing, that's even worse, because what happens if it's ego surfing? What happens to a wave? What happens to a wave? If it's ego surfing, it goes like this, and then it fucking crashes down. Oh no. If it's ego surfing, oh god. Guys, if it's ego surfing, I'll tell you guys what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and grab my backpack. I'm going to jump out with the parachute on, or like we're going to go do some parachute gliding, ego surfing with backpacks. That's going to be great, dude. We're going to jump out of really high, tall places here and just like, ride the wave, baby. It means the episode's only a fictional thing, reminded me of having a panic attack. Amazing work by the creators. It is. Like, so far it is. Ego skydive. Anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just freaking out about the title because you don't put a title like that for no reason. Vamonos! Alright, let's go, guys. The eyes are just like mine. Hold on, boys, hold on. I also want to say, hey guys, if you guys like the eye from earlier, I don't mean to interrupt this, but please make sure to follow Kyle's McGiles. She is our individual that's been literally voicing our eye for us. I can't say it enough. I absolutely adore her. She's gonna be our voice actress and everything. As soon as I saw this, I want to go ahead and say this again, but there's a reason why I stopped. In case you guys are wondering, in case you guys are annoyed, I stopped because there's more things to analyze. A good book, a good story will have you re-going through the beginning and taking things apart for a reason. Mods, can you give a shout out, please, to Kyle's? She reminds me so much of It's wild. Sorry. The reason why I'm going through this is because we clearly have our characters here, right? And one thing that's coming to mind aside from this is, for example, what mask are they all currently wearing? And is there two truths being told here, right? The truth of Aqua, clearly, right, in this blue light that was that was envisioned by I, right? So essentially Aqua's truth of who I is, and then Ruby's truth as to the lies or the truth that she must tell about I. The two different colors, the way that they're standing, the light and shadow complexes here, even the positioning of being cocky or being okay, like being just standard stoicism versus telling that lie, that sweet little lie that we're seeing here, is something that's like continuously bothered me for a little bit. Anyway, sorry, I'm just throwing that out there. Anyway, let's go. This is another thing that's been bothering me. These are crows. Now, if you guys don't know, in psychoanalysis, I know, in psychoanalysis, crows are not just known as birds of wisdom. They're also known as as traitors, as birds of traitors, as a group of murderers, as 101 things. This scares me because I wonder if in the future, if this is going to be something that like pops up later on, where we're more than likely going to get, say, 5 characters introduced to a thing, and say one of them, either they're all going to betray one another or one of them's going to betray the group here. And my mind is just tingling, man. And we need more crows. We need more crows. They became crows. Anyway, sorry. Why is Google here? You know who often has like the biggest ego crushes, if we're gonna go off the title alone? Film and stage actors. Like film and stage actors often like we often get the brunt of it, but like a film and stage actor, like our egos can go up and down depending on like what are we doing, who do we have to play, are we getting in a, like people are so attention dependent at times where they're like, I lost one follower, people don't love me anymore, or so on and so forth. But people also forget at the end of the day, these, like, for example, Kana over here, right? She's a person, and people that, like, if anybody were to shit on her, like people are like, oh yeah, it's just a girl behind the screen, behind all of their good, like, good movies. People forget that shit, and it's devastating at times. Seen on a positive light. Oh shit! Thanks so much for the 5 subs. You're amazing. Wait a minute. 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 Is this the stalker or is this just me? Wait a minute. No. No. No! That better not be. I'm doing this because I'm trying to understand I'm not doing this because. Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh god, okay. Thanks so much for all the subs and all the follows, guys. I appreciate you. And the 2 bits, I appreciate it, Kitty Cat. Evil Ed being evil. Oh, why is she crying? Oh no. Man, I can't even I can't even, dude. Like this random frame in the opening is making me tear up. Usually whenever this random shot here, let me take off the titles here real quick. This random shot that's shown, like, it encapsulates so much. If you guys have ever been like, I'll just shut up. It hurts, man, because it's like if you've ever been in a deep hole like that, like yeah, you try and look for support and shit like that. I don't know what's happening, but fuck, like you like really good animation and shit going through this. I know I want to hug her. It's a work of art, dude. Like I can feel this inspiration and whatnot just off of that single frame, and it hurts, man. It fucking hurts because I know I've been there. I've been in a similar state like that, and it's like oof, oof. Anyway. Oh, I'm so fucking hot. Pumped. Let's go. Wait, what? Okay, hold on. No, no, no. She's being a fucking drama queen immediately. Look at this. I know everything is alive, guys. I want y'all to take this into consideration. If there are cameras around, especially in a dating show, in a reality show, it's a fucking lie. I'm just gonna be immediate with you, right? They're all playing roles, and they're all playing roles so expertly. The thing that you can't fuck up in a show like this is doing, like, literally, like, losing people, right? So, for example, I'm not sure if she's playing a part or if she's being herself, not knowing what to do here in the back, right? They're each playing their own roles, and yeah, it's reality TV versus and it's fake reality, right? But even for her face, right, it's one of those expected things where you know that someone is doing something to garner attention and shift the storyline. What garners views? What brings views, ladies and gentlemen? Drama. In case you guys have ever wondered, I think I mentioned this before, but I've done a couple, like, videos, films. I've been in a couple, like, the game shows and shit like that. What brings drama to shit like this? Views. Or drama brings views, you know. So what do you want? You want some sort of drama. You want to be able to go out there and be like, no, no sé. No me quería Maria. It's like Maria didn't love me. But I think I should quit because no one here. I feel like like everyone there like hates me, and like over the top, like cheesy Rosa de Guadalupe. You're getting like the air blown into your like your hair as you're like and you got to make the audience believe that. You got to make the audience believe, will she not? Why? Because you're garnering views. The only thing you can't do in a scenario like this where someone is garnering attention, this is me thinking like Evil Ed, right? Because I'm looking at someone like this and immediately my mind is going, this is someone that is playing things out, and the last thing I want to do is make her improv. And I know what you guys might be thinking. Wait a minute. ¿Por qué? But why don't you want her to do improv? Because of this. Say that Mommy Albedo is here, right? Guys, say hi to Mommy Albedo. Um, and I'm like, Albedo's monologuing and some shit over here, and I'm like, Albedo, please don't go. I love you, right? Or some ridiculous thing like that. Well, guess what? Now I'm stealing her spotlight. Maybe unknowingly, maybe whatever. It might be even unconsciously in a manner like this. All of these guys have to, in like, unconsciously know this, right? They have to like automatically act like this, where they know that if they step into this money shot per se, they have the risk of Albedo getting mad and even causing an inaction, right? So, for example, let's say that I stumbled over while I'm going for Albedo, and like accidentally stumbled, or I made her look bad or something like this. Guess what? All the fans that she's garnering, all the support that she's garnering, and people in this set, now I have to go ahead and do something dramatic to get people back. Now I have to go ahead and be like Aqua. Like if I was Aqua and I fucked up, now I have to bring out a storyline, a love storyline. Now I have to go ahead and be like, wait a minute, um, Crow, the Necromancer. Hey, I didn't want to tell you this before, but you make my heart go doki doki fucking bullshit in order to garner those views back and stabilize things. What they can't do in a scenario like this, because you have to remember, this is fake TV, and this is the psychology of fake TV, and there's literally the psychology of a TV show thrown out there. I know. Kyle's, guys, our eye is here. Kyle's, I showed off your model earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, and even on YouTube, guys, by the time you guys see this, hopefully, or later on, we have our official eye. Kyle's McGiles is our eye. Go show her some love and support. Um, Drop her some Doritos, show her that love. But with that, you can't take that away from these individuals, right? And I'm gonna restate this over. We're in a fake TV show. You have to know that everyone is acting, and if you overstep that boundary, you guys get punished. So you have to overact at times. Anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and continue. Sorry, I don't mean we're minute 39 seconds in. Also, Meme Chan, Memo Chan doesn't seem that surprised. She seems more thrilled. That face looks like someone that's been thrilled that they're. Mem Chan's like, am I really witnessing this? She don't give a fuck. It's like she's laughing because she can tell what's going on. Oh, dude, that's oh, this is so good. I love the way that each face is done, right? Like this is so good. Meme Chan is so wonderful, dude. Look at this. Dramatically turns around. But you're not. Ooh. Ooh, this girl's striking me as dirty. This girl's striking me as dirty. She's a liar, dude. She's like not like that. Not like that, Chad. But she's a liar, like straight up. The reason why I'm saying this is you're in a reality TV show. You know people are gonna be invested in your romance stories, right? And even then, your romance stories are probably lies, right? Because at the end of the season, all you have to do is be like, "Oh, Pinguino-chan, give him a kiss," and then like, "Oh," and they went on a couple of dates, but it didn't work out, right? It's a fabricated relationship. It's all lies. It's a fabricated relationship that they're going into, and they like, the way she's playing this off,
最近ね、学校の男子とかがからかってくるんだ。お前こういう男が好きなんだとか。自分の好きって気持ちをみんなに見せるってこんなに怖いことないよ。始まるまで全然分かってなかった。大勢の人に注目されるっていいことばかりじゃない。
having tons of people. It's not. I'm so. Hi, Hitamo. Thanks so much for tuning in. She's acting so timid, yet she knows that people would focus their attention on a reality show like this. I think this is where you're wrong. I forgot her name. What was her name? She was trying to hook up with Aqua. Completely forgot her name. But I think this is where you're wrong. People focusing on their attention on you is not bad. People targeting you, that's when it's bad. I've when I first started YouTube, you know, and even nowadays I still get them, and even on Twitch from time to time, there are some really mean people that pop on, guys. There's some really, really mean people that can pop on, some really fucked up things that can be said, and you're like, I'm a person, dude. There's a difference between people focusing their attention on you and then having that negative attention thrown towards you, and like it I remember, for example, 2 years ago, or yeah, 2 years ago, when I first started doing ReZero, and I'm analyzing this because, for me, this line speaks out to me because it hurts. Kronos plays game. Thanks so much for the sub. It hurts. When I first started 2 years ago and something, like, they're amazing people. Don't get me wrong, but there's also the bad batches, and some of those negative comments. Like, I was already in a rough place in between. Should I move back to the United States or stay in Europe? And because of COVID and everything, I was like, my life was literally going through ups and downs, and I was doing stuff for mental health purposes, and didn't know how to do stuff on YouTube. You can check the earlier videos. um and I was afraid of, like, what is too much, what is too little. Had a crappy computer, 101 things happening all at once. And I remember literally, like, some comments that would just be really, like, mean. My weight, my skin color, name it. It's happened here live on Twitch at times, and it sucks. It fucking sucks. Having tons of people focus on you is good, right? Like, it's okay, because you can help influence them. You can talk about many different things and help shape them. Having people focus on you in a negative way and bash you, it can, yeah, it hurt, man. I remember there were some nights where I would go just do bed crying. I would go to bed fucking, like, teared up and crying because there were some really, really mean people out there, and I still got up the next morning and tried to make a silly video or something, you know. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are wonderful and whatnot. And I'll hold off. I'll tell more of this story later on, maybe if there's a right opportunity. But there's more to it, and I don't want to start off immediately with the trigger warning or anything like that. So I'll hold off until later on. But our wizard is the best. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Show the mean people. I'm gonna go slap him. Oh, Roxy, you guys are great. I appreciate it. But it hurts, man. That's what I'm saying. Having people, like, people that you can influence in a good way, and maybe even talk about, and, like, even if they're just they just find you fucking entertaining, right? That's great. That's good. But once you start focusing negatively on you, start bashing you, that's a different kind of pain. That's a different kind of pain altogether.
メムも自分のチャンネルでバカやってるからわかる。
Oh
みんな
man,
私のことバカだと思って。
Meme.
まあ実際バカなんだけど。
Nah, I don't buy that. That's a lie. I'll tell you why this is a lie.
大勢の人に注目されるっていいことばかりじゃない。メムも自分のチャンネルでバカやってるからわかる。みんな私のことバカだと思って。まあ実際バカなんだけど。
I'll tell you why that's a lie. Meme Chan just did a ping and response, and I know I've talked about this in social psychology. In case you guys are ever wondering, if a person's having a moment in your life, usually what we do is we empathize. Sometimes we say small things like, "Yeah, oh, I'm sorry about that," right? And we keep going. We let the person have their moment. What Meme Chan just did is literally a call and response in a way where all of a sudden, say that the cameras are on them, she is going to get some sympathy out of this. And this is probably something that she thought about. And it makes me wonder, because no one just immediately comes out and says something like this. Well, I am a YouTuber and I've been affected in this sort of way, unless they've had moments of introspection and they've thought, I want to go ahead and say this, right? So I worked at a hype house, and oh boy, did I learn a lot on the show of the unscriptedness. Exactly, Joy Gun. Exactly. Most of it, but pretty boring and uninspired without the field. Yeah, yeah. I believe that, man. And as I've said, like, the audition process, even for some of these shows, it's like, So as going through this though, this line, the way that she's delivered it right now, for me, just the way that she, like, the cadence to it, da 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 da, right? Usually when people have an introspective moment, we take time. We think. Sometimes we're afraid of saying what we gotta say. This feels as though something she's already thought about, and it makes me wonder, what else are you lying Are you supposed to be in the show or not? Is Meme Chan your real name or not? Is that your real hair color or not? Or is it, however old you are, is that how old you are or not? Are your eyes your real eyes? What are you lying to us about? Because the way that you phrase this, you're not an airhead. You might be an airhead from time to time, but I don't think you're an airhead. I think there's more to you than those. Are those horns real or not? The horns are obviously real anyway.
本当にやめちゃうの？俺がいつでも話聞くからさ。ユキがやめるなら俺もやめるからな。
No, no,
そん
this
な
is
こと言わないで続けようぜ。
私はうわー、どうなっちゃうんだろう。本当に
I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. This wasn't just something that they were doing off camera. This makes everything worse. This makes everything worse. Oh my god. Okay, this makes everything 1,000 times worse because I thought this was happening like on air and then they're gonna be like, and cut, right? Oh my gosh. Okay.
ユキがやめるなら俺もやめるからな。
ノブ君。
Then remember, we're watching a lie. We're watching a lie right
そんなこ
now.
と言わないで続けようぜ。
私は
Actually, out of this dynamics, I know you guys can't really see them. As a psychologist, who do I think would quit the show? Being realistic with all of you? Who do you guys think I'm going to point to? Just off of the body language being shown here. Just off of their positioning. Ascendant edge me. I think it would be this girl. I think it'd be Akane. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Her body language is showing insecureness. Her body language, she's toughed up. And if you see, she's separated from the rest of the group. She's the one furthest back from the person that's stealing the spotlight. She's the one back here, and I wonder if she's even sure if she should be here. Or if she's been questioning this. Like, if you look at the positioning of everyone in here, who's the second, like, least interested, but probably in here? It's probably him, her, him. But he has to stay quid pro quo, yeah? Looking at the even the detailing and the spacing off of this, she created this space, right? And also the demand for this space is probably for the cameras. Because realistically speaking, we're not that far from when people need to tell us something. So right now, she has a lot of power and control, and this is terrifying me. This is all... Fuck. 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 Okay. Aqua needs to be careful here. Aqua needs to be super fucking careful here. Okay, hold on. Through an attachment perspective and through a sociological perspective here. Who has the position of power just in this scene alone? And who has the position of power in this show right now? Yeah. She has a position of power. Which two people have the lowest positions of power in this show? Aqua and Akane. Think about it this way. We have two opposed restrictions, right? One individual is on this end. The other one is on this end. They're fighting for views. You can fabricate stuff. You can literally use your power dynamics to go ahead and hurt these individuals, even unknowingly, to try and get more popular. Aqua needs to start doing 5-head moves in order to prevent himself from literally falling into this trap that is being proclaimed here. I'm not sure if she is a good person or a bad person, or if this was just done for the cameras in general. I'm not gonna lie to you. If this was done for the cameras, it's already establishing a power dynamic in the cameras in of itself. If this was done naturally, this is even fucking worse. If this was done naturally, like this is the position that they set themselves up in, this is even worse, and I would fear for them. I would be terrified because this means this person is miles ahead of everyone else in this show in terms of popularity, in terms of driving people there to her, so on and so forth. And at this point in time, all it takes is one little incident to start rupturing and repairing relationships that are set here. And i.e., a big rupture, for example, let's say Aqua and Yuki, right? Aqua's like, no, I don't love you. Like, I'm sorry, you're just not the type for me. That rupture thing, and people are going to turn on Aqua, and he needs to be careful. Or even worse, Akane is right behind Aqua in a position of power that is lined up here. And if something were to happen, guess what? She's probably going to get the brunt end of it. Or Mr. White-haired guy, if he does something, he's probably going to get the brunt end of it. This sucks if this is a natural positioning that they fell to. If this is due to cameras, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Like, as a sociologist, as a social psychologist, you know, through an attachment lens, looking at this, I'm screaming, dude. I'm legit fucking screaming. Like, everything in my body is just like, do you think the audience gender plays a big role for popularity in the actors? More like age group. Yeah. Yeah, Aqua is in the things that doesn't care about the show. Well, Rena, even if he doesn't care about the show, you also have to remember your image can influence who you can meet, what knowledge you can get. So I'm thinking as Evil Ed, as Aqua, right? If I was in this show as Evil Ed, and yeah, even negative publicity can be good publicity, but if I'm being hated on for whatever reason, if I were to do something like, say that she was walking by and I crop dusted her accidentally on show or some stupid shit like that, right? And fans are like, ew, he's disgusting, or whatever is going on. Almost immediately, what would happen there is people start believing this negative perception of me. People will start having this negative perception. And let's say that you are a producer and I come over to you and I'm like, hi, my name is Evil Ed and I want to be a part of your show. And they're like, oh, you're that guy that did that one thing. No. We have other people who look exactly like you, who are 1,000 times better, and it's a lot harder. That's why I'm like, oof, with meme show, with meme show. Anyways, sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and continue. But my own personal self is just screaming right now.
本当にやめちゃうんじゃない？ユキって繊細そうだし。
でもそしたらノブ君はどうなっちゃうの？
Oh.
見て見て、記事になってる。私ちょっとは視聴者獲得に貢献できたかな。
そうだな。
で、番組やめるの
？Honey, oh. She feels awkward. I know. I feel like. Sorry, guys. I need to put this on right. I feel like, like we all need to protect her, ladies and gentlemen. But Akane is just too pure. Akane is just too pure, ladies and gentlemen. We need to protect her. I'm not gonna lie. She's just trying her best. What it seems to me out of everyone here, right? What it seems to me, and I'm not gonna lie. They all seem like they're, like, for example, Meme-chan seems like she's, I don't know how to put it. She's done film before. They all seem like they've done film before. But she seems lost. She seems like it's, for example, whenever my first time doing a film as a theater actor, I was lost. I was like, what the fuck do I, don't overact, keep things in between, you know, so on and so forth. No te acerques, Akane. You know, so that's sort of where my mind's at, is like, she just seems like a lost person, like a genuinely caring at the moment, but also not really knowing what to go ahead and do. And Meme-chan's just like, oh god. Anyway, this is something that scares me. We're backing it up. They've just showed us a major hint here. This girl's scary, and I'm sorry if you've ever dated a girl like this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever dated a girl like this, Paul, I can't even imagine. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I can't even imagine. I'd be scared that there's cameras hidden everywhere at this point in time. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I am scared that there are cameras pointed at me at all points in time throughout this whole thing. Even if we're not, like, if there's no camera there, I'd be scared. I'd be scared because she cares more about an article and, oh wow, there's an article about it and all of these wonderful things, instead of like, oh no, guys, here, let me go ahead and explain to you guys what was happening. Let me go ahead and give you guys a lowdown, so on and so forth, and actually explaining to the people that she's working with. No, she cares more about the article that comes through. Akane, you are too pure. And you may bite. And Aqua, dude, you're just not giving a fuck. And both of you are in a weird situation where I would watch out. Guys, appreciate the follow so much.
って見て、記事になってる。私ちょっとは視聴者獲得に貢献できたか
No.
な。
No.
で、番組やめるの？やめられないでしょう。契約残ってるのに。じゃあ演技ってこと？いやいや、黒川さんみたく女優じゃないし、私に演技なんてできないよ。ちょっと自分の気持ちを膨らませて話してるだけ。
She wasn't acting. She was just lying. Ah, this show. Ah, ah,
じゃあ演技ってこと？いやいや、黒川さんみたく女優じゃないし、私に演技なんてできないよ。ちょっと自分の気持ちを膨らませて話してるだけ。学校でいじられて悲しかったのは本当だし、やめたいって思ったことも本当。だって収録は朝一でやるんだもん。私眠くて眠くて。なるほど、嘘じゃなくてこっち。
No, that's called a cognitive distortion. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there. Someone doing this is a form of manipulation. It's also a cognitive distortion called catastrophication, right? Which is we take one thing and we just blow it the fuck up out of proportion. And run. Run. Get out of there. Corre. Like, no mires para atrás, la tóxica. Just fucking run, dude. Because at this point it might be like, you know, like, for example, I have my cologne thing here, right? And it's like, oh, can you spray me? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me look right. It got in my mouth and my eyes. I need to call the ambulance. You're making me blind. No, Masters, you sprayed it on me. No. Like, how dare you? You did this because you wanted to hurt me. I'm not lying. I'm just exaggerating. Right, Masters? I'm not lying. I'm just exaggerating. It's all for the good, right? It's all for the good, right? Literally, dude, I will revoke your wizard diploma. Stop lying. I mean, it's live, so he's baiting you guys. No, but that's the point. Thanks so much for the sub, by the way. That's the point that I'm getting at. Is at what point does an exaggeration become a lie? Even if unintentional, right? Especially if I were to do a dramatic take on it, right? Where I'm like, the spray comes through and I'm like just crying and I look at you and like my eyes are like red and I'm just like, Masters, you know. Interesting. I personally don't think Yuki is doing anything wrong. Haku, it's not. You have to remember, she has a job to do. It's not that she's doing anything wrong. It's just that people that are doing this, like, you usually tell your scene partners what you're doing, right? Unless you're doing improv. But once you start exaggerating and lying, at what point do you stop? At what point do you bring down this scale of like lying and exaggerating if you're just catastrophizing situations and things? They're off cam. They're off the cam right now. And that's a big point that I'm getting at. If something were to happen off cam like this, it's even worse because that's just screaming bigger things. But you're trying to get a real reaction out of the others, though. I mean, they didn't know about it. Say that they got a big reaction out of her, then she came clean. Needless to say, like, hey, I was just doing it for the reaction. The producers and, you know, told me to go ahead and do this, so on and so forth. Hey, okay, the way she was trying to. I think, can she be nice? Yes, right? But was this the best approach? I don't know. And the reason why I'm saying I don't know is because it takes one lie to snowball into a bigger piece of work that can take us out. It takes one lie for it to snowball out of control and literally this become a toxic environment. And that's why communication is important. And yeah, lies sell. Yeah, she's doing her job well, but like, I mean, it's very on point of you not being a good actor. It feels like they're making a point that she's more cutthroat reflection. Yeah, actually, Rena, true. Because like a good but to be fair, a good actor, what does a good actor do? We act. Yeah, we act on our emotions, on our experiences. We bring that forth to be able to relate and make these characters real. So, anyway, let's go ahead and keep going. And she's taking notes.
おのおののキャラクターが見えてきた。うまいやつ。裏表ないけど味があるやつ。番組映えが悪くて出番が少ないやつ。
Nah, my man. I think you're wrong about Akane. I think you just haven't given her the opportunity. I think she's a little like me, where I take my notes on I. You know, I take a lot of different notes. For example, this is a genuine smile. This is a genuine moment. I actually have note cards and stuff. I have to go find them. But I have note cards on her on I about, you know, how she smiled when she smiles. And especially in episode 1, like doing a little bit of a rewatch on it. Like, how does she move? When does she, like, you know, purse her lips? When does she do certain things? So on and so forth. And in order for someone to have the opportunity to shine, you have to go ahead and give them that room, that ability to breathe. Right? You have to give them that ability to breathe. And I feel like she's taking down notes. So I think she might be a good actress. You just got to give her time to shine. Maybe she's playing the long con or something, dude. I don't think she'll be at, like, the level of, like, let me go ahead and pull out, you know how I pulled out my big binder a couple episodes ago with all the stuff that I do for an acting and like stuff like this. I don't think she'll be at that level, but I think that, like, she'll be able to go ahead and just be like, play off a good emotion. Maybe get an emotion or two out of Aqua, I think. Right? Because you're not going to introduce someone like this for no reason. And that's where my mind is at. Anyway.
上がったら飯行こうぜ。いや、俺はいい。家に飯あるし。
行こうよ。
メスさんが焼肉おごってくれるって。
言ってないよ。
知ってるよ。最近登録者数増えてうわうわなんでしょ。事務所の取り分55なんでしょ。マジですか？うち8人。羨ましいな。
おー。
ほら、特上盛り合わせ追加じゃい。思う存分食えよガキども。わーい。アクアさん、買い飲み焼けましたよ。
うわうわなんでしょ。事務所の取り分55なんでしょ。マジですか？うち8人。
This fucking hurts. Holy shit. Guys, I know I bring this up a little bit. If they're splitting it 80-20 with her, we can already check this off. In her life, someone's already doing something like that. Someone has already taken an aspect of power and control from her, or is already checking this thing off. I'm terrified. I am legit, like, this is a red flag that just shot off to me almost immediately for Akane. This just checked off for me immediately. Chink! There's a check right there. There's another check right here, which is isolation. Inside of the show, she, power dynamics wise, she's at the very end. Check. 2 out of 4, 5, 6, 2 out of 8 have been checked. I'm terrified. I'm fucking scared. Even sometimes is a check. Like, if you like, even if sometimes you look at something like this, if it's a check, like if you say sometimes, it is still a check. There's a lot of trauma and a lot of things here, and I'm kind of curious as to, like, her growing up. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, her growing up, I'm really curious about, like, her reactions as she's coming up and, like, what her childhood was like. But Am I terrified? Yeah, I'm terrified as to what's to come, because that's not. You just checked off two major boxes in there.
羨ましいな。おら特上盛り合わせ追加じゃい。思う存分食えよガキども。アクアさん、買い飲み焼けましたよ。
自分の分は自分で焼くから気にするなよ。
Oh, she's too precious.
さっきから全然食ってないだろ。
いえ、自分精進の身なので、こういう場では絶対トングを手放さないって決めてるんです。最初はよく焦がして怒られましたが、今では上手に焼けるようになったんです。
What is she? Mommy?
だからね、今求められてるものはより過激なものってわけさ。どこまでリスクを取れるかで選択肢が変わってくるっていうか。
I'm scared for her. I'm scared for her, and I've taken down notes of her. I really wish I brought my notebook with me, with all the notes that I always be taking down. People who are not trained, right? Who are not therapists, who are not psychologists, and a good psychologist should be bringing up like photos and whatnot the same way that I am. How the fuck do I put this, ladies and gentlemen? The way that she's crafting herself up. It's like she's crafting the perfect mask. And this scares me because a lot of really hurt people, a lot of people that are very sensitive, tend to craft masks that they wear in public. And they can fit that role to a T. You know, they can literally perform their hearts out and they can wear that mask, and people fall in love with that mask. But deep down inside, they're a child that's crying in a dark room in the corner. Where they feel alone. Could it be the same? It could be. And honestly, like, if she ever tried to be like the perfect idol, I think, her taking down notes, she would have to take down notes, she would have to study people, she would have to do 101 things. Yeah. Like, legitimately, when it comes to a situation like this, I wonder what type of a mask is she crafting? And it's so, is there a strongness? Is there a wall? Is there a sense of foundation behind that mask? Or no? Hearing you say that hurts. It hurts. It hurts. She's taking down notes as to what can do certain things. And for me, this is me telling, and even since earlier when she was asking in the previous episode the cameraman about what brings in people, she was taking down notes. This yells at me that she's trying to create a mask, but I wonder if this mask is like on the verge of shattering, has already shattered, is not like there's not enough time, like what is happening? Kaiju, I hope you're doing well. Yeah, trying not to stand out. So Akane, it seems to be professional. Could be. It could be. Here's where when it comes to mask, Great Grave, dude, in a psychological sense, we all wear masks. And the moment that you decide to throw on another role, you're throwing on another mask. And that's what masking is. Masking is pretending to be something that you're not, or sometimes even putting on another role, right? For example, you wear a lot of masks in your life. You wear a lot of you put on a lot of roles, right? Sometimes it's the role of father. Sometimes it's the role of brother, sister, sibling, lover, enemy towards your ex or whoever that may be. We all wear different types of masks. However, sometimes for her specifically, why she's taking down notes and everything is screaming at me. Is there actual techniques, things to work on this type, just to make a yes, world maker? Absolutely, it is. What I do is I'm looking at things through a therapeutic perspective, through a psychological perspective of mass creation, of quite literally attachment work, and all of these things. Right? I take down notes because I usually want to go ahead and understand their mindset and where they're going and so on and so forth, because it gets you into the character's mind, i.e. I'm creating a mask of that character. Now, thinking of these characters, you're creating their own mask in of itself. And that's what I fear, is that Akane might be creating a mask. And if so, I like, as a challenge, as a joke even, if I were to, let's say I were to hire Akane, right, for whatever reason, I would honestly want to see if she could create the mask of like, hey, I want to see if you can be Ruby. I want to see if you can be I want to see if you can be Aqua. I would throw random people at her to try and see how well she can mask and if she can really impress others. Is her masking like technique or ability that well where she will go and take notes like this or not? Instead of I am vegetarian, she's saying I am introving myself. What? I do mask for work, but me it's more yeah, exuberant. But that's sort of what I'm going at. You don't see all the other actors, all the other trained actors, all the other film stars, Aqua, none of them are taking down notes. I'll ask this question why. She's in a room with a bunch of other actors. Why is she not taking why are the others not taking down notes? Akane's just taking down next. I know. My next Minecraft video is probably going to be on Akane, dude. Like, I'm not going to lie. She's captured my interest. She might also have captured my heart, but that's a different story. Because there's veterans. She is the only actor. They're technically acting on the set. Waifu wars begin. Or Kana, whichever one. Notes to study. What's up, Harukami? The only actual act. Well, I mean, you can count Aqua, but they're still in a show and they're acting in it, so therefore they are actors, right? Being on YouTube, you're an actor technically, right? Kana's a very, very interesting character. Yeah, I'm just curious as to how she rose to being where she is currently. There's a lot of theories, a lot of things that come to my mind specifically on all of that. So anyway, let's go ahead and find out, guys. Simulator, thanks so much for the sub.
はあ、焼肉とは豪勢ですね。
Hey
可
yo,
愛い子たちを眺めながら食う肉はさぞ美味しかったんでしょうね。
Ruby, are you good?
ただの付き合いだし。
嘘だ、顔から堪能感が溢れ出てるもん。
出てねえよ。
目を見て
若い体は脂っこいの無限に食っても胃が全然満たれない。最高すぎる。
話せ。日曜はみんなでご飯食べる日って約束じゃん。番組始まってからずっとこうだ。そもそも番組って放課後に集まるってコンセプトでしょ。いつも収録土日じゃん。やらせろやらせ。
別にそのくらいいいだろう。学業を優先してくれてるだけ有料だ。っていうか、思ったより連リアにやらせはないぞ。一部の人間はあからさまにやってるけど、大抵のやつは極力自分をよく見せようとする程度。そんなのリアルでもみんなやってることだろ。合コンに行けば同じ光景が見られるぞ。
行ったことないから知らないけど。
See, but even then, hold on, because even then, what he just said is interesting, but it still stands a point to go ahead and touch on, right? Which is even then, in a singles party, you are not really like a lot of majority, 99% of people that go aren't going as themselves. They're going as the best version of themselves, and that's still masking, right? Because you're putting on a mask. If you think about it this way, of all the elements, like it's like a mating dance. You know how the birds that like go like, you know, like trying to impress their mate or whatever. When you go to something like that, you're still wearing a mask, and you're still like, yeah, you're still wearing a mask, and you're still going through. Yeah, is everyone mask? Masking is a very normal thing, absolutely. But sometimes, and I'll ask this question towards chat as well, because this is where my heart is like sinking into yeah, my heart is sinking. When you're alone in your room at night, what mask do you wear for yourself then? Are you still wearing a mask, an illusion as to who you want to be? Or are you very honest about the mask that you're wearing? And that's a big portion of all of that. Resting bitch face random name. To be honest, I don't know. That's a big question. That is honestly a big question that I would ask them. At like, remove everything. And I would love to ask Akane this. When you're home, alone, there's no one there with you, in your room, wherever you are. Who is the real you? Is the real you still taking down notes, or is the real you hyper focused and like, trying to like do something, or are you just like shuttled in, just hugging yourself like fuck? And this is a question that gets through with certain things. Note taker depressions make me not able to know, and giving me an existential crisis. Well, I mean, it's the same concept. Like, if I were to ask you guys, right, and I do mean this to pertaining to the show as well, how many of you guys, right? Because a lot of people think, oh yeah, well, you're aware of your mask. No, a lot of people aren't aware of all the masks that they wear. For example, how many of you guys are manually breathing right now at this point in time? Are you automatically breathing, or are you manually breathing? And if you're manually breathing, are you filling up your entire lungs, your diaphragm? Are you taking it in slowly? Are you aware of the way that, like, your mouth fills up with saliva and where that saliva is on your throat? How's your breathing going? Is your lungs expanding? Is your diaphragm expanding? Are you manually breathing now? Now that I've called it out, now you're aware of that mask. You see what I'm getting at? Why'd you do this? Estaba respirando tranquilo. So what I'm getting at is sometimes we do things automatically and we don't even think that we're doing them, including putting on the like mask and stuff. Yeah. We don't even think that we're putting on, for example, like today I want to go ahead and be social ed, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. Like it's not like we're picking and choosing parts. All we do is just like we get our stuff and we go and we evolve along the way, and then when we get home, we're able to go ahead and sometimes take it off, sometimes not. Sometimes we wear it through. Get out of my head. I almost choked. But the big portion that I'm getting at is that's what masking is. And for me, Akane, hold on. Hold on. Guys, 541, please remember this timestamp. We are coming back to this.
より過激なものってわけさ。どこまでリスクを取れるかで選択肢が変わってくるっていうか。
自分の気持ちを膨らませて話してるだけ。学校でいじられて悲しかったのは本当だし、やめたいって思ったことも本当。だって収録は朝一でやるんだもん。私眠くて眠くて。
なるほど。嘘じゃなくて誇張。
誇張か。
Whoa. 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 Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, guys. I apologize. 541. You guys still remember that timestamp, yeah? Hold on.
あるには高3のよろしく交流を深め。なるほどね。あいつこれメディこんなばなんで俺がこんな
番組の事務所
こなすしか
ただ
ある程度のノウハウがとしてのエンタメ性おのおののこ
んな感じでいいんでしょうか。
最初はこんなでいいと思うよ。まあ次回少し距離詰めた感じで話してもらえるとこっちとしては助かるけどね。視聴者もドキドキしたいわけだし。
なるほど。
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm having like a brain blast. What the fuck? I'm having like a brain blast. What the fuck? I'm having like a brain blast right now, dude. Dude, this man is cooking across dimensions. Yeah. Okay. I might get a nosebleed. And sorry in advance. If you guys see it running, let me know. Is Akane, this is gonna sound fucking weird, actually the main character of the show? But we're just seeing it through the warped perspective of Aqua. You guys are like, what? Chad, just what the fuck? Okay. The reason why I'm saying this, right? Every shot so far, look. She comes in, stereotypical anime preppy girl, taking notes, you know, watching her take down the notes, be able to go and do it. Second time. This episode right here comes through. Well, not really the pro tag, but what about like what are they called? Like, I feel like she's about to play a pivotal role that might either go for and or against Aqua, is what I'm trying to get at. What I'm getting at is she might literally be either one of the biggest foundational pillars for Aqua or one of the worst pillars, like i.e. attacking pillars for him because of this. Legitimately. Look, we already saw her in him in the previous episode, observing her same way, taking down notes. Number 2, the second time, right? Third time, we don't repeat things in 3 unless it's a Chekhovian gun. This is a Chekhov, not even a gun. This is like a Chekhov missile pointed right at our man here. In this week's OP, you need to go back. This is a Chekhovian missile pointed at Aqua, and I'm terrified. Chekhovian ICBM. Perhaps she's Akane. She's Akane as the friend we make along the way. Ed be cooking. Gordon as a manga reader. I will neither Please don't confirm or deny anything, guys, at all. Please don't. I'm literally just working off of the assumptions of the dynamics here, right? Which came to mind as we were talking about it. I'm like, wait, why is she taking notes? And why was Aqua always in the scene or observing her take the notes? And my heart is like sinking. My heart is like quickly sinking in every way, shape, or form, because it's like, wait a minute. Let's say that for whatever reason, we know that Aqua wants to get revenge on his father. Let's say Akane plays a pivotal role in this, right? In this storyline. Is she gonna join him? Or is she gonna go against him? And my heart is sinking because right now what every instinct in my therapeutic body, if I were to go to attachment, is screaming that she might be an individual that has an insecure attachment style. She might be an individual that like might every single bone in my body is like. However, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Chekhov's gun is a narrative principle that every element introduced in a story must serve a purpose. If there's a gun on a rack mentioned in the story, it'll be fired sometime too. Well, Dito, especially in theater and in film, right? The Chekhovian gun in theater and in film is introducing a character, right? And labeling areas of importance and then not making full use of them in that case, right? Or introducing an element of it, which is true, right? She's just playing one man tic-tac-toe. I'm a little scared as to where this is gonna go. Evil Ed, what would you do? Evil Ed, you're in this show now. You are Aqua. What would you do? Well, there's a couple things that I would immediately do. Seeing the power dynamics being present here, I would automatically try and indoctrinate myself or put myself in a position where all of them need me. I would try and lead a rising incident in order for them to feel attached to me. Not just Akane, I'm talking about every person in this group. Mem-chan, I might try and go ahead and get as close to her as possible. The other girl, Yuki girl, I would try and go ahead and try and build her up as like a wow, people love you, but I can't be with you. Sad type of romance. Try and build some sort of tenacity and still maintain that friendship there and be able to have a semblance of control in her until I rise in popularity over her and be able to go ahead and use similar dynamics to go ahead and drive her to the needs that I want. That's for the guys. We can go ahead and just say it's a bro moment, be able to go ahead and step in and do certain aspects. For Akane, it might be a similar incident. We might need to go ahead and spend more time together, or I might need to go ahead and come in for either Memchan, Akane, or Yuki as quite literally a white knight in like shining armor in order to go ahead and have them in semblance of control. But can't this backfire on you? If you go ahead and overstep your boundaries like this, if you go ahead and try and use yourself, or you try and usurp yourself in a situation like this, you're also talking about a psychological resemblance where if one little thing falls off the trigger, you have other people who will start like tumbling down. You're trying to connect everyone from a stream, Evo Ed, and if that string gets cut off, so do a lot of people. But that's the risk that you have to play if you want to go ahead and have control. You have to take a risk of being able to go ahead and like set people up in a diagram of connection. And if those connection strings aren't there, then what happens? It's playing the white knight in shining armor. You can do 101 things. You can be up there and be like, Senor Pinguino, I saved you from your toxic relationship. You are precioso. You know, something ridiculous over the top like that, where you make the individual feel needed, otherwise known as love bombing, which is something that you can go ahead and do in order to keep them interesting. But how long would this go? Realistically, let's say that you were to do this into a character, Evo Ed, to one of these individuals. How long could this realistically go? Because at some point in time, these people are going to start cutting these strings. And like, they might feel loved, but if you start going back and forth, yes or no, at some point, they're going to get tired of that. And at that point, you frame them. At that point, you change the narrative. Oh, they're the wild ones. I tried my best to be there for them. Look at them. Wow. You know, I tried to show them what love is. That's kind of fucked, Evo Ed. I'm not gonna lie, that sounds very manipulative. See what we're getting at? In a situation like this, Evo Ed would try and go ahead and form some sort of connection, have some power control, and try and introduce himself as a leading event to try and keep everyone in propinquity close together. The closer that he can keep everyone together and the more power dynamic that he grows over them, the easier it's going to be. That might take a talent, that might take something. Evo Ed and OP, dude. Anyways, I would like to point out that we are already over 20% and only textbook gaslighting Evo Ed. That's crazy. I know. Me estás asustando. ¿Por qué? No te asustes. Akko's apparently been going to these diners often. Oh. Anyways. Fuck. No. You guys ready? Let's go ahead and continue just a little bit.
焼肉とは豪勢ですね。可愛い子たちを眺めながら食う肉はさぞ美味しかったんでしょうね。
It's 541, but I'm playing it back. It's fine.
嘘だ、顔から堪能感が溢れ出てるもん。
出てねえよ。
目を見て話せ。
若い体を脂っこいの無限に食っても胃が全然もたれねえ。最高すぎる。
日曜はみんなでご飯食べる日って約束じゃん。番組始まってからずっとこうだ。そもそも番組って放課後に集まるってコンセプトでしょ。いつも収録土日じゃん。やらせだやらせ。
別にそのくらいいいだろう。学業優先してくれてるだけ有料だ。っていうか、思ったより連リアにやらせはないぞ。一部の人間はあからさまにやってるけど、大抵のやつは極力自分をよく見せようとする程度。そんなの。
I got a question. Sorry, chat. Is her shirt referring to her boobs as twins, or is she referring to her and her brother as twins? I just gotta ask, guys. It's not because I'm trying to be Predator Ed. I'm just actually like, I'm curious. No, it's not. No, hold on, guys. Don't fucking play me. I'm curious, guys. No. Is it like does he have them at okay? It's them as twins. I'm just curious. I've seen people wear them for otherwise, you know. Wee woo. Excuse you? No, I'm just yeah. It was in episode 3. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Evil Ed sneaks out. I know. Evil Ed sneaks out from time to
そ
time.
こにやってるけど、大抵のやつは極力自分をよく見せようとする程度。そんなのリアルでもみんなやってることだ
Alright,
ろ
now
う。
back to it.
合コンに行けば同じ光景が見られるぞ。
行ったことないから知らないけど。じゃあ、みんなマジで恋愛してるの？
そのスタンスもまちまちかな。
意外と好きになっちゃうな。ファンの目もあるし、番組内ではそこそこ。
You'd probably go out with them for a couple of months and then break off and say that you guys just felt like the connections weren't right for one another. And because you guys built each other off, it's a good connection, a good release. This is off of an attachment perspective as a psychologist. This is just me saying it. Yes, you know, you guys might go out together, hang out, hold hands, walk in public or whatever, but you guys might separate in a couple of months and just say that, like, you guys, you know, it was when you guys were in the show, it was the right time, but out of the show, maybe a different thing. I am a little speculative. I'm not gonna lie. That's just what it is, man.
に済ませたいけど。
するよ。
That's probably gonna be like a one and done, a hit it and quit it. Probably gonna be like, yeah, we went on a date. Then more than likely she is gonna find a partner because that's the end goal of fake theater thing. But then, wait,
するよ。
wait. Wait, or wait, hold on. Hold the fuck on, chat. Is she 18? Or is she older? Well, hold on. It would be bad because it has a question mark still, so they don't know if she's 18. They don't know if she's 18. If she's older and she kisses one of these high schoolers, oh, there, oh, ah. I'm fucking, oh no, oh no. Okay, Cobb's rolling in, probably like developing real feelings for a guy at a host club. Wee woo.
ホストに本気になっちゃう感覚に近いかも。
カメラ向けられると仕事モードに
She's the only one with the question mark around her age.
ちゃって、なかなかね。するわけない。仕事だぞ。俺はガチよ。なんなら結婚までいけたらおもろない？
わかりません。自分の役割果たすのに精一杯で、そんな余裕が。
恋愛
What she's saying is yes. Also, wait, yeah, let's back it up a bit.
させたいけど。
するよ。ホストに本。
なかなかね。
自分の役。
あ、ガチよ。するわけない。
Oh, Akun is 16. Oh, Chan is 17. Because her role that she's playing in here is someone that's trying to find love. She is playing the role of someone who's trying to find love. She is in a dating game. Her role. Oof. That's my thing is, could she probably do it even if it's a fake relationship? Probably, yeah. Could she probably keep up appearances for a bit? Probably, yeah. Because it's a part of her role. Anyway. I think being skeptical of my prominent character's story is a treatment. Lies are a form of love, such an overarching thing. Yeah, it is. A 13 Phi. I don't know how to say your name, but 813. Yeah, dude, definitely.
わかりません。自分の役割果たすのに精一杯で、そんな余裕が。
恋愛リアリティショーは今まで見たことなかったから不勉強でさ。いろいろ偏見から入ったわけなんだけど、リアルを売りにするだけはある。
Right.
想像してたよりやらせが少ない。そして思ったよりも各々の人間性をそのまま映す構成になってる。
考え込んでどうしたの？やらせが少ないのはいいことじゃない？
見てる側からしたらそうだろうけど、嘘は身を守る最大の手段でもあるからさ。
No. Hold on, mommy chan. There's my pen. Fell on the other side. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. He's saying lies are a form of protection. Protection from what, ladies and gentlemen? Lies are a form of protection. If I were to ask him, why does he lie? We're about to do a cognitive behavioral technique here called examining the evidence, ladies and gentlemen. And what we do is we start off with the base statement that a lot of times our clients give us, and we work it down to like the pure schema as to what is there. I'm not even talking about that, right? Because we can do the same thing with I, right? Which is, love is lying is a form of love, right? But for what? There are a lot of psychologists out there that will go ahead and state this statement, lies are protection, is not the core schema. The core schema starts with an I am statement. It does not start with any other thing. Core schema is, for example, I am stupid. I am ashamed. I fear losing myself. I am something. I am statements are usually the core schema as to how we develop the overall arching things. For example, I like to protect myself is not really a thing. I'm Patrick Bateman. I am a surgeon. AC, no. But no, realistically, when it comes to that, it's lies are protection. But oftentimes why we develop, if we were to go ahead, sorry, I'm gonna, oh God, if it'll, this right here is our core schema. This on top is the lie or the mask that we're showing the world, right? The lies that we're producing. Trauma is often the armor that we wear to not feel hurt. And Aqua and I as well wear a lot of fucking armor in between because they don't want people to be able to connect from top here down here. His core schema is down there. And it's not even a positive one. When it comes to a schema, when it comes to examining the evidence, we're trying to find his core belief. And I have a feeling it's something like it has to do with shame. It has to do with shame, and it has to do something with I am not enough. I am not enough to be able to save my mom. I am not enough to be able to save my patient. Like something like that. I am super duper curious, and I would love to break that down at some point in time, because honestly, that is how we find out, first off, how to start healing Aqua. And second off, how to start getting him to go ahead and break that. And I would have probably done this for I as well. I want to be taking down notes from now on because clearly we're just got into some weird schema work. Some awesome schema work. So ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and continue. I am useless, if that. Yeah, I am useless, if that, Anyway.
まあ、杞憂だろうけど。
Damn. You mean that using lies as a protection is a bad thing, right? I mean, it's a defense mechanism, right? I'm not saying it's a bad thing, and I'm gonna back it up because these are cute images. What I am saying is, because we all use lies in some way, shape, or form, right? Is that is not his core schema as to why he's using it. You can use lies up and down. We live in a world of gray. Any good psychologist, any good therapist will tell you that. However, there comes a point in time where you can only wear your armor. Yeah, it's a double-edged sort of thing, exactly. For so long before it starts impacting you as much as it impacts other. And as a psychologist, I'm looking at this, I'm like, sure, you can tell us that lies are protection, but there's a core schema in there that has something to do with shame, like I am not enough to be able to save my mom, I was not enough to be able to save my patient, I'm useless, something along those lines that is how we start to heal Aqua. And this is for Aqua specifically. For all of you guys can have something else out there. Oh, yeah, of course, Sage. Please remember to practice some self care. I appreciate you. You're wonderful. That's deep. Well, we try to be, because that's that's sort of the way that we would do it. Guys, drop some Doritos for Sage as she's having a little bit of a rough time. Sage, I hope you'll get better, mate. Appreciate you. Yeah, she lost her own sense of self. Yep, yep. Sorry, the reason why I'm going so hard on this is because oftentimes a lot of like, for example, people don't understand when they're mad, right? Some people go and punch a wall. Like if I was a Kyle, I would drink my Monster Energy drink, bam, punch a wall. I am mad, like so on and so forth. And his memories and how the reincarnate. Well, I will start with that, Verva. And like you punch, like I'll get back to your point. And like punch a wall, and like people are like, "Why'd you do that?" I was mad. You, yeah, but something triggered that, right? You weren't just mad and punched a wall. What triggered you to be mad? Well, because I he said this. Okay, what does that mean? Like he said I was stupid. And why do you think that? Like why did that affect you? Because I'm not stupid. You okay? So then why did that trigger you? Because there's sometimes thoughts that I feel like I'm useless, like I'm not enough, like compared to everyone else that I'm an idiot. Okay, tell me more about that. What? Why so? What? Why? Because some days, ever since I was a little kid, mom used to tell me that I would never get a high enough grade and that B's were not cutting it in my family because I was always put such expectations. Why? Because I never met the expectations that my parents placed on me. Why? Because mom and dad never gave me attention as a kid, and oftentimes when people pick out this insecurity, I it all comes out of me. So it's like a way of tracking down why, and it's a very very powerful tool. And this is something like for you guys and any good CBT therapist will do is they'll keep asking you why, and it's gonna get fucking annoying because you might say, you know what, I don't know why I always get anxious around this. Why? And they might say, hey, I'm gonna ask you why like 1,000 times. Just keep going with me. Keep going this journey with me until you hit your core schema. Then it's like, okay, that's why. That's why. Back in Aqua didn't address it. I could be actually it could be. I will state this. I view Aqua as the individual that he is right now. I view Aqua as the physical age that he is right now because his brain is developing. You never know the soul that another person has. I've had little kids come into my office that say that they're 55 years old. Cool. That doesn't mean that you're not going through the developmental stages and your brain is developing. You are your brain. You are your physical age at that point in time. And you might say, I'm 1,000 years old. Cool. That's awesome. You're 1,015 this year. Congratulations. However, I'm still treating you as a 15-year-old, like your physical age, and we're still talking about stuff like that. Of course, with empathy and understanding and whatnot. And that's a big thing through that. Because overall his brain is developing. There's still plasticity. There's neurodeveloping things. He's going through a lot of hormones and all of these things. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and. I'm not saying anything. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna back it up 10 seconds. That way we can continue on with this discussion. Aww.
角由紀と熊野信之のカップリングが番組の中心になっていく。
Then he confessed.
そこに嫉妬心を見せる剣吾。ユキをめぐる三角関係が成立。ユキというゲームメーカーが機能し、その小悪魔っぷりが番組を盛り上げ、中高生を中心に人気を獲得していった。
Oh no.
ハクタンはいいの？ユキ争奪戦に参加しなくって。
No.
売れたいなら私は。
Stay away. Stay away. Stay away from social media. No, even after I post a YouTube video, I don't check the. I'm sorry, guys. I love y'all, but the mods have to check the comments first before I do because. No, stay away. Don't read shit. Don't read shit. Don't read shit. Have a good night, Piro. Stay away.
一丁紙しに行かないのか。
私はこのままおバカ系癒し枠キープできればそれでいいかな。自分のチャンネルにお客の動線引くのが目的だし。 アクタンがマジでアプローチしてくるなら話は別だけど。
あまり期待はするな。
Hey, yo.
でも私たちより心配なのは。
And she's still.
中にも
And she's still taking down notes. Everyone's asleep. And she's still taking down notes. I am terrified. Akane, I'm fucking terrified for you. I really am. I really, really am. This is why I say practice some self-care, ladies and gentlemen.
同時の羅生門には茨城童子が腕ぐり言語を掴んでおむさるかの来光の。
Oh, that is genius. Okay, what they're showing here through theatrical perspective, right, is she's doing diaphragm work. What you're hearing right now is an individual who quite literally, you tend to do this on stage in order to be able to go in and like bounce your voice to the back of the theater, right? Especially if you don't have mics set up, is you have to be able to be heard, right? So oftentimes you have to speak from your stomach. So look, the way that she's enunciating, practicing on your pronunciation, your dictation, all of these things, beautiful aspects.
中にも当時の羅生門には茨城童子が腕ぐり言語を掴ん。
And it sounds as though she's doing tongue twisters in order to make sure that she has that thing. It's like she's doing tongue twisters. At least that's what it sounds like. To be able to go ahead and like be fully understood and heard.
中にも当時の羅生門には茨城童子が腕ぐり言語を掴んでおむさるかの来光の。
Practicing fighting. Yeah.
マネージャー。
お前はクビになりてえのか。茜の出てるリアリティショーが人気出てるって言うから見てみたら、なんだこれは。総出演時間10分もいってねえんじゃねえか。チャンスだっていうのにこれっぽっちも目立ってない。マネージャーのお前がしっかりしなくてどうする。ですが社長、茜も十分頑張るだけじゃ金にならないんだよ。他にもやりてえというやつが大勢いる中で選んでやったんだ。爪痕の一つでも残させろ。
Unintentional trauma, unintentional abuse, unintentional just, you know, literally hearing that. Less than 10 minutes in a whole season, guys. Yeah, World Maker. Less than 10 minutes in a whole season. Fuck. Fuck. So there's such thing as unintentional trauma, right? Which often comes through when you're in a situation and you observe something traumatic happening, or even sometimes with bullying, right? When you hear people just yelling about you, that can cause unintentional trauma. And oh, dude. Ooh. Her sense of worth is what I'm wondering. Compared to everyone else, is she worth 10 minutes? Is she worth 10 minutes of your time? Ladies and gentlemen, is she worth 10 minutes of your time? Are you worth 10 minutes of somebody's time? I will tell you this, guys. I don't give a fuck where you are. If you feel like no one ever has time for you, dude, or like no one's ever proud of you, know that there's a random fucking wizard, psychologist, honestly out there that is proud of you. I don't care, like, you might be going through school right now, right? You might have just woken up and turned on this stream, dude, and I'm proud of you. Going through your low episodes, depression, and shit like that can be a lot for a lot of people. And if no one's told you this, hey, I love you. I appreciate y'all for being here. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you waking up, or even just hearing this stream and, you know, you need a comforting voice in the background. But fuck. I feel for Akane right now, because that, like, her self-esteem must be taking a hit. Her self-esteem must be taking a big hit. That's oof. Doritos for Akane, guys. This hurts. This hurts so fucking bad. And she still apologizes. She still apologized though.
気にしなくていい。ちゃんと俺が防波堤になるから。
私が不甲斐ないから。頑張らなきゃ。頑張って爪痕残さなきゃ。
Oh, that's hitting something deep, dude. I didn't think that was gonna fight. Oh.
ないから。頑張らなきゃ。頑張って。
I can't. I can't. If I was her manager, I would pull her out and I would put her into get some help, like right now. I would legit just fucking pull her out to try and get some help, like right now. Hear about the contract? Her mental health right now. As a psychologist, if I hear this, oh, finished the subclass, finally got, oh, appreciate you. Appreciate you a lot, dude. Hearing this, sorry guys, it's taking me a little while to compose myself, sorry. Hearing this, I'll probably share my thoughts later if need be, but the I am spineless thing, right? But it's also this, she's trying to leave a mark. Her self-esteem is probably going down the shitter right now. It's going down hard. Oh, fuck, dude, this hurts. This hurts in a lot of ways. I'm just gonna stop. But just stop tearing up. Yeah, stop. Just stop. Oh, but going through something like this, I'm like, she's leaving off a lot of red marks that she needs to go into therapy almost immediately. She's leaving off a mark that if she is not taken care of right now it's still preventable before something really, really fucking dangerous happens. Because right now it's all or nothing thinking. I have to work hard. I am either spineless, I have to leave my mark and leave positively, or I'm spineless. I'm worthless. I have to do this, or I am this. This all or nothing thinking is, ooh, dude, it gets to the best of us. And it's, oh, yeah. Yeah. Fuck. Fuck. Ladies and gentlemen, this hurts. This hurts. All right, let's go ahead and continue. Sorry.
うわ、このジュースまず。ツイッターでネタにして元取らなきゃ。
I'll tweet about it.
買った新商品のジュースが激まずい。何するの？
あんたが何しようとしてんの？よそ様の商品をまずいとか書き込もうとしてエゴサされたらどうする？
いや、しないでしょ。
これだから一般人上がりは商品名を出したら最低5人の関係。
Hold on. I think I need to do it, boys. I think I need to do it. I see her wearing it. MVP. Kana. Je t'aime. I'm sorry, boys. I'm sorry. I see her wearing it, and it comes out. Sorry, okay, I'll put it back on, ladies and gentlemen. I'll okay. I think this one probably is a little better. Oh God, exactamente, monsieur. Okay, here we go. Is this better, guys? Is this better? Go back into your corner, French. It's Primal Ed, guys. I'm sorry. I see her pop up on screen every time. I'm like,
で買った新商品のジュースが激まずい。
so dramatic. I love it.
何するの？
I love
あ
it.
んたが何しようとしてんの？よそ様の商品をまずいとか書き込もうとしてエゴサされたらどうする？
Why is she acting like the leader already? I'm meeting both of them.
いやしないでしょう。
これだから一般人上がりは商品
Like she's really showing a lot of her expertise and her knowledge in here, which for me is blowing my mind, right? Like she's really stepping up, like a sort of like a leader, sort of like a center point to try and ground Ruby a little bit, right? Which is true, which is absolutely true. She's the senpai, yeah, has more experience and whatnot. Well, no, in a group, in a group dynamic. I'm not talking about leader of something. I'm talking about leaders in a group, like in literally a dynamic system. By the way, guys, in case you guys are wondering, Ed, what are you talking about when you say certain things, right? I'm talking about like literally she's acting like the leader in terms of the system that's being placed here. She has more power than her presently at this state of time. The power dynamics are shifted onto her side where she's using her expertise to go out and do certain things, you know.
品名を出したら最低5人の関係者には検索されてる。そしてその会社から仕事は二度と来なくなる。
そんな大げさな。
あんただってエゴサくらいするでしょ。
しないよ。
スマホよこしなさい。あ、返してどれどれ。ゴリゴリやってんな。
Bruh. To be okay. To be fair, I think we all do this at some point in time, ladies and gentlemen. To be fair, I think like especially if you're a content creator, Kyle's, if you're still in here, have you ever done that? All right. I'll be honest. I have, just to see what pops up immediately. Um, some of the things are wonderful. I appreciate you, especially like everyone around the world. Like just some of the positive stuff is from like older things. It's been pretty amazing. I'm gonna take a Russian break soon, Blade, but I do want to go ahead and state it out there that like thank you to all the European people, people in the Netherlands, people in the UK, Germany, Brazil, literally China, Taiwan. You guys have like some of your posts that have been sent to me, screenshots and stuff that have been sent to me of like just general positivity and stuff have helped me get out of a pretty dark time, or actual dark time. I'm sort of inundated with school, with working 2-3 different jobs. I have my full-time job and 2 other things, and I do this. And there was a point in time period where I felt stuck at like, doing Japan as well. Yeah, exactly. Doing like where I wasn't really growing because my YouTube account was hacked and everything. And I just felt stuck. I felt like, dude, I'm helping out so many people and everything, but like everything for me is just unlocked. And it was my friends, Kyle's and a bunch of amazing individuals that have really helped me. SB, you name it, take that first step and really start like pushing out and being comfortable with like, I don't care about views. I really don't care about any of that. But I just felt like I was like stuck, I care more about like making sure that the content, the mental health elements are being thrown out there and that they're there for people. Fridge, yeah. So I teach martial arts, right? I come here and I do like individual counseling, group counseling, all of that, play therapy. And then I have my own side business where I do that. I do Twitch, of course, with you guys. I tend to go ahead and, do 101 other things. I do school full time for that, and it's quite a bit. Feel really stuck. And, oh, Kyle's. But, dude, you're amazing, and that's why I love you, and you're amazing. Kyle.
よそ様の商品をまずいとか書き込もうとしてエゴサされたらどうする？
いやしないでしょう。
これだから一般人上がりは商品名を出したら最低5人の関係者には検索されてる。そしてその会社から仕事は二度と来なくなる。
そんな大げさな。
あんただってエゴサくらいするでしょ。
しないよ。
スマホよこしなさい。あ、返してどれどれ。 リゴリやってんな。あらあら、関連検索に可愛いまでつけて。
Yeah, thank you. Also, thank you once again. Thank you to everyone that's been super duper kind. To the 2 people that mailed me. I know you guys found my some of those things I voice acted in. Thanks for keeping quiet. I appreciate you. People from the Philippines, China, everywhere. Brazil, you guys are amazing. Taiwan, thanks so much for showing all that love and support. Honestly, it's like, and when it's popped up, you guys are 10 out of 10s. Like, yeah, I had 2 people message me the yaoi. It's like, is this you? And I'm like, don't confirm or deny. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thanks so much for keeping it. The forbidden text, yeah, and some other stuff as well, which is pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. So I'm gonna back it up here just a little bit. I just wanted to go say it. Oh, that fake. Okay, wait, mods, can we get this as a sound, please? One more time, just so that we can get it on here.
ゴリゴリやってんな。あらあら、関連検索に可愛いまでつけて、そんなに可愛いって言われたかった？みんなしてないって口では言うけどね、断言するわ。アイドルの9割はエゴサをしてる。イベント終わりの打ち上げとか一度行ってみなさい。バンドマンも演者もみんなエゴサしながら酒飲んでて面白いわよ。
Ego surfing.
要は大エゴサ時代。広告代理店じゃなくてもビッグデータにアクセスできて、感想や客層のアナリティクスを調べられるようになった。ネットの広告費はリアルに追いつき、2兆円市場と言われている。
Yeah, but you're using the way that you're telling her is that like that it is used in a positive light, but ego surfing can also be used in a negative way as well, and that's also happened as well, and it's fucking hurt. The way that she's referencing ego surfing is like, oh yeah, it's a positive light, you know, people spend billions of dollars and you know everyone does it, idol industries, but guess what? Ego surfing can be really fucked up at times, and it can suck. It can really fucking suck, and it's a thing. It's an actual thing, and I'm talking from experience myself, guys. I'm gonna be straight up. I'm talking from experience myself. As much as there is positivity, there can be some negativity placed in there as well, and it hurts. Thanks so much for all the follows, guys. I'm sorry I can't give you guys individual shout outs. You guys are amazing. I appreciate you. Sounds good, Arlen. Appreciate you. Just want to shout out that fit. Oh, Letta, dude, you're amazing. Yes.
ネットの反応を見るなって時代は終わったのよ。今はもうネットマーケティングを怠った人間から脱落する世の中。コンテンツとファンはすでに相互監視状態にある。そして芸能は私たちそのものがコンテンツ。深淵を覗くとき、深淵もまたこちらを覗いていることを忘れてはいけない。
I'm sorry, guys. She has no presence, nor do I dislike her. Like that's gonna take her down a dark path, down a really dark path, and that's fucking terrifying. Who like and this is what I was talking about. Get off Twitter. I'm not a wizard, dude. I'm not a wizard. I'm just really terrified for her. And my thing is, for example, I can be wearing this, right? I can be silly and be like, yeah, and do all these fucking cringy shit, be laughing and so on and so forth. But I don't have to pretend. I don't have to come up here and wear a turtleneck and like, you know, put on a suit and like be all stiff about it and only talk in like syllables and metaphors and, you know, or come through and just like, you know, only a thong and be like, hello, welcome to the Ed stream, you know, or have to wear so on and so forth in order to try and be who you have to be, right? Because sometimes people try and appease certain aspects. I'm not a wizard, but the aspect is there are people who try and fill this role to a T, who try and literally, they're a doctor, so you must see them in a stethoscope. You must see them wear a stethoscope if they're a doctor, and they have to show this presence in the way that they talk. It's like you're real people. I'm sorry, but that's not the way you talk, you know, when you're talking like real people. You're shooting the shit, you're laughing, you know, with your friends, with your family. You're probably like, dude, who gives a fuck? You're using normal people language. So why are we seeing this imprinted version? Yeah, I am a surgeon. Why are we seeing this imprinted version that you have on there? You know, normal people language is important. Yeah, like standard layman's terms. A lot of people, like, they'll put on, like, I'm a scientist, so I must wear my white coat. I'm a psychologist, or a therapist, so I must be just all like, fancy. Like, no, you're a person first. You're an individual. And I hope that that's what's come across from me is like, dude, I curse because that's who I am. Even in session, if you start cursing, guess what? I'm probably going to curse with you a little bit if you feel comfortable with that. I try and be as real as I am with anybody else because at the end of the day, I am not above anybody else. I do keep my ethical considerations high, of course, right? Whenever I'm talking about anything. But it's always important to just be normal and be open and be honest about it. You are a wizard first and foremost. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's like, imagine being this, and then like if someone were to look back and be like, "Oh, you wear cat ears," and it's like, yeah. Have you ever done play therapy for kids? Have you ever done an aspect where you're trying to go out and promote mental health purposes, and you're trying to shame me for promoting mental health purposes? Okay, tell me why. Now I'm kind of curious as to why you want to go ahead and perpetuate a stigma. You can use things as a way of growth, but reading things like this, dude, it hurts. And it hurts bad. And that's something that people don't say enough of. I don't want to if it comes down to this, like really, like if the show keeps, like if this is the theme of the show for today, I'll share some things, and that's where I'll straight up give a trigger warning for that as well. Yeah. Yeah. That hurts, but it's true. You can't please everyone, and I think that's a hard thing to come into. I don't know what soft subs are, man. I'm gonna be straight up, AR. I don't know what soft subs are. No. No, Akane. You need a hug, dude. A TikTok. What are you, like 27 or something? Turns out she's like 29 and a half, or she's a 32-year-old. I'm questioning your age now. How old are you? Hi, have you been a Oshi Anime YouTube channel? Hi, welcome on in, Lucky Waters. I hope you're doing well. As a VTuber on the yeah. I've not seen that mem show actually. What do you mean, Wizard? Well, she's 18 question mark. She's like 26 or 24. She's not fucking 18, bro. She's an older lady or something, I bet you. If she's 30, her makeup game's strong. I don't know what the hard subs are, guys. I don't know where to get subs, guys. You make it seem like I know where subs are. I'm using the website that you sent me, Coffee. So if you want to go ahead and send that back to me, make sure, feel free. Let me know. She's 81. She's 81. There you go. Reading things on screen will be easier if we change. How do I change subs, guys? Oh, I don't know where the fuck we're gonna find that. I think subs are good. Okay. We're just gonna continue then.
結構登録者数増えてさ、まあ私にかかればこんなもんだよ。
そういえばメモはもともと TikToker だっけ。
そうそう。当時は広告収入も投げ銭もなかったから YouTuber に転身したんだけどさ。アクタも何かアップしなよ。
I'm kind of curious about this, and can y'all confirm or deny this for me, please? She's a part of an agency, right? So I wonder if this mem, even mem as a name, is a lie, right? It's the fragrance of a lie altogether. So I'm really curious specifically to do with her agency. Does her agency have control over her name, over whatever? And if that's the case, will they graduate her if she does something that's out of line? Something that doesn't necessarily fall in line with like what they thought she would do for her own brand? Mem is a creator name. Okay, no. Definitely a nickname. Okay, a free has the same subs but different format. How do I incorporate that in, dude? You're making this seem like it's life or death, and I don't know how to. I wasn't using dynamic. Okay, hold on, boys. I forgot where we're at. We're somewhere around here. Okay, you said same format but different.
何してんの？
番組
Better.
公式 Twitter とか TikTok にアップする動画撮ってた。
うん。
結構登録者数増えて
Better chat. All right.
まあ私にかかればこんなもんだよ。
そういえば、メモはもともと TikToker だっけ？
ささ、当時は広告収入も投げ銭もなかったから YouTuber に転身したんだけどさ。アクタも何かアップしなよ。
俺はそういう若い子の使うツールわからないし、いい。
じじくさ。
Oh no. Oh no.
ん
No, no. Get away, Akane. Get away, Akane. Akane, get away, por favor. Dios te lo pida, por favor. Get away. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Akane, get away. Get away. No. Don't get, no. I know you know. No.
ノブ君、こっちで一緒に。
あかねちゃん攻めてるね。
そういやいたわこんな子。あかねだっけ？
No, no, no. Mr. Pinguino, I'm sorry, but you must fly. No, no, no. Okay, the reason why I'm yelling no is because she has now set herself up for she has literally just set herself up for the biggest trap of all, and she has fallen hook, line, and sinker into it. I'm terrified. I am beyond terrified. Don't worry, he landed safely in the bed. Get Mr. Pinguino back. I am beyond terrified. She has fallen like hook, line, and sinker into a trap. Into a designated trap. She's trying to overthrow the power dynamics. And now I know I was talking about this at the very beginning of the episode. She's at the end and she's trying to make a power move coming up for the head. The thing with that is, guess what happens? As I mentioned earlier, you go up to someone like that. She likes exaggerating. She exaggerates any one thing out of this scenario right now. Oh, she's trying to steal her man. People on the internet is going to be like, she's trying to steal her man. You know, fucking going wild off of stupid shit like this because now it's in their viewers' minds. Oh, look at Akane. She's being a snake. She's being a sneaky snake, you know? And you have all of these people jumping into this trap that's now been falling. And if she goes and does any form of confrontation, guess what? She's the bad one, no matter what may come out of this. How dare you try and confront Yuki-sama like that? How dare you? You tried to steal her man, then you go up to her? How dare you? It's rough, dude. It's rough because we can't all keep up with shit like that. Yes, Fire Blitz, yes. It probably would be. I'm not gonna lie. Otherwise, the reason why it's probably better for her to take a mental health break right here, right now, because if shit goes down sideways, we already know that there are triggers in here. There's like isolation happening. There's certain triggers of power and control being taken away from her, right? Or she doesn't have full control over. Her mental health is deteriorating. All my red flags as a therapist, as a psychologist, are screaming at me that this girl needs a hug, that this girl needs therapy, and that this girl needs help. Otherwise, she might be literally like she's like on the precipice, you know. In a therapeutic term, we always call it a precipice, like, you know, like right in the moment, right before someone like goes down into a deeper, darker hole or a depression or something like that. She's like right in that like in between spot where she might still be hanging on for dear life, trying to go ahead and bite and make her moment and leave a mark. But on the other hand, she's desperate, and I'm starting to feel that desperation come out. And it's screaming. Every therapeutic instinct in me is screaming at me right now that she needs a hug, that she needs a friend, she needs a real, like an actual friend. Get Mr. Pinguino, fine. 50 of y'all, fine. I'll go get Mr. Pinguino. But she needs someone to legitimately be there for her. Mr. Pinguino, you happy? Mr. Pinguino back. Drop some Doritos for Mr. Pinguino. So yeah, that's exactly what. Is it already a? Is it with the white hair guy and nobody's complaining to an extent to bother him? At least the anime didn't. What do you think that would happen to Akane? Because Akane, there's already the stigma and the preconception that she's very, very low. The power dynamics between the white haired guy is that he was not the lowest in the ranks that were being shown. Right at the very beginning, they were all ranked due to their own position, their own body dynamics, and the way that they were set up. At the very end, it was Akane. At the very front was the other girl. In between them was Aqua, then I believe it was the white haired guy, this guy, and then like Meme Chan, and then her. You're trying to see someone go all the way up to the front and try and take a 1 or 2 position. You're more than likely going to get pushed back, especially from viewers when that triangle has already been established since the very beginning. Akane is coming in very late at the game to try and make a move. So now this is seeming more like a snake move from like an outside perspective. Imagine someone at the very last minute trying to like, like immediately go for someone. You're immediately going to draw suspicion off of that. Yeah. And so it might not, like, Akane might actually be approaching this with like genuine intent, like, like actual kindness, but we have to separate ourselves here. And this is a therapeutic method we call, like, which is like literally third person it. How would the audience view this? Not yourself. You might be feeling this way, like, I need to do something. I really want to connect with people. But from the audience's perspective, they're looking at this and they're like, girl, it's the last 2 episodes and now you're making a move on people's mans? That's why it's wild. You want the spice there. You know how, yeah, Akane is being set up to be a villain. Let's be realistic, right? It's doing something this late is wild. Let's be realistic. How many of us, through a breakup, have been set up as a villain in on other people's stories? I have. The Ed that you see on screen is still the same Ed that I am off screen, right? I don't yell. I don't get mad. I don't throw punches or anything like that. I don't, like, unless I have to defend myself, right? But like in general, the Ed that I am on screen is the Ed that I am off screen. But for Cool Ranch, if you guys know that, like what I'm talking about with that, I might open up more about that. They went around and they spread it, to all their friends, to even my friends, to social medias, to whatever, that I was the villain in their story. Because for them, that brought them comfort and closure, despite the fact that they cheated and despite the 101 other things that they might have done. They still wanted to go ahead and paint me as this individual because for them, that's what brought them closure. And for other people, seeing that late in the game, especially like during that time period, seeing me like be desperate, dealing with like school, work, everything, was like, oh yeah, he's acting frantic because this and this happened. And it leads more people to believe that narrative, to take that narrative and run with it, instead of being able to go and question and actually get the truth out. And then later on, the truth comes out. Whole wild thing. I'll explain it later on. But that's the purpose that I'm getting at, is after cheating on me, said cheating in a relationship is never. Yeah, Aldenar, same thing. Actually, very similar thing, Aldenar. Holy shit. Holy shit, bro. Yeah. That's why I'm saying, like, sometimes in some relationships, and some not healthy relationships, like situations like that can happen. And it's always interesting. It's always a wild journey. But anyway, sorry. We're gonna back it up a couple seconds. Make sure that we get all the juicy details here. Let's go.
こっちで一緒に。
あかねちゃん攻めてるね。
そういやいたわこんな子。あかねだっけ？
Thanks,
あかね
Control.
別にいてもいなくても同じじゃない？
け。
あかね別にいてもいなくても同じじゃない？
あかねアウトでいいから男新面増やして。
目立つためにはどうすればいいかって？そりゃユキからノブを奪う悪女ムーブだよ。これができたらキャラが立つし間違いなく目立てる。もちろんこれは指示とかじゃない。でもこういうのできる子が売れるんだよね。
頑張らないと。うわー綺麗。お姉ちゃんがネイリストやってて教わったんだ。すごいね。あかねにもやってあげるよ。おいで。
Stay away. Stay away. Stay away. Stay away. Stay away. Red flag alert. Mr. Pinguino, would you raise a red flag for them too? Red flag alert. It's a red flag alert, guys. It's a red flag alert. Hearing everything that's happening right now, I'm gonna back it up because these comments are fucking hurt, but kind of do not approach. Do not approach. Danger, danger, danger. Like literal fucking danger. Her taking down notes, the way that I was saying, right? Taking down people's opinion as to what might work, what might go through. These comments really fucking hurt.
茜ちゃん攻めてるね。
そういやいたわこんな子。あかねだっけ？
These comments really hurt.
茜別にいてもいなくても同じじゃない？
茜
Be better if Akane left the show. I want a new male.
アウトでいいから男新面増や
Like this shit hurts, man.
ってそ
It's
りゃ
not.
ユキからノブを奪う悪女ムーブだよ。これができたらキャラが立つし間違いなく目立てる。もちろんこれは指示とかじゃない。
Wow.
でもこういうのできる子が売れるんだよね。
頑張らないと。
うわー綺麗。お姉ちゃんがネイリストやってて教わったんだ。
すごい
That's
ね。
pretty cool, though.
茜にもやってあげるよ。おいで。あ、
Oh, okay. My thing is, I don't think she's a bad person. I just feel like if a small incident happened, she would blow it up out of proportion. And that's what I'm terrified of. She's not a bad person. We all live in a world of gray, and sometimes we all do what we gotta do for stuff. But for her specifically, I feel like any small thing that would happen, she would fucking capitalize on that action almost immediately without seeing the repercussions of the action might have. Akane is too fucking pure. Akane needs protection from everyone, and this is the immediate thing that I'm getting is Akane is too trusting with other people without fully seeing their intent. Yes, she might be able to craft a mask, a good mask to wear and stuff, but or like might attempt to craft a mask, rather well said, but that doesn't mean that that's not Akane there, and that's why I'm like,
茜最近焦ってる？放送も終盤だしね。気持ちはわかるけど。
別にそんなんじゃ。私はどうにか目立って
leave my mark.
結果を残したいだけ。
そう。でもそうはさせないよ。
Bruh.
私は私が目立つように戦う。
Bruh. Bruh. She didn't say that to her face, though. But no. No. That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, you know what? Fair. At least she did say it to her face, but like, still, fuck.
悪く思わないでね。
Yuki is frank, and it seems like she has a nice personality. I'm a girl myself, but I really like and support her. Oh, Lycopin. Oh, Lycopin. If only you could. Oh, Lycopin. Oh, I mean, she's doing her job. She's doing it well. She's gaining that popularity. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Especially being upfront about it, but at the same time, it's like, how far is she willing to go for this? Okay. Evil Ed. Evil Ed, Evil Ed, Evil Ed. It's like saying Beetlejuice, except it's Evil Ed. Can you come out and play with us, right? How would you protect Akane? How would you protect Akane, Evil Ed? In a world like this? What would you do to protect Akane if you were in this situation? Beetlejuice goated movie. Oh, dude. Evil protecting Akane? Yeah. Well, I've already told you how I protect her. White Knight. I gotta be her savior. I have to be her world. I would have to step in and make sure that no one harmed her. I would control everyone, everything. Oh, you thought you knew what was around her? You know, I would boost up her popularity. I'd be there for her. I'd set up events for her to be there for her. You know, I'd make sure that she's on a pedestal and that I'm on a pedestal right next to her. So that way she can't take her eyes off of that pedestal. Not off of me, no. Off of the pedestal that she's creating for me. That's fucked up, Evil Ed. That's really fucked up, dude. Well, realistically, in order to save her, sometimes you need to give people goals. And in a situation like this, we have an individual who all of a sudden wants to leave a mark. When she wants to leave a mark, she got motivated enough to start doing actions. That means that she's goal-oriented. Goal orientation and the orientation of trying to go and satisfy whether others or herself in the process like this, or at least be semblance with that and leave a line of like stability. She's pushing herself in that regard. For me, that's automatically stating that she wants to go ahead and establish an aspect of credibility. Establish that she is worthy, that she is worth something. If she wants to be worth something, I would go ahead and step in as the only individual that can empathize with her. Oh, I'm here for you. I can fix you. I'm here for you. Maybe she might be worthy in my eyes if she does stuff that I need. And in turn, I'd protect her from other people. You know, Yuki might try something. Okay, cool. But that don't matter because at the end of the day, I might go ahead and reject Yuki right in front of everyone and be like, Akane, you have truly been a great friend. And then go in for the kiss. And have people believe that Akane has been the true love all along. The simple beauty that's been happening. I'd be recording everything, conversations that are happening off screen, on screen. All of these things. I'd be recording every single thing that is happening just to make sure to cover a trail. That their portrayal that is happening right there through this box that you're watching right now, chat, is actually true. Or is something else happening where someone comes through and covers it and then you guys are getting a shocked reaction emoji reactor that watches the show for 2 minutes and then it's like and like no thoughts on it. Are you getting cut out pieces or are you getting the actual thing that is happening? I would keep so many tabs as to everything. Entonces le da derecho y le pega una rosa blanca. Oof. No, I will fix her. No, we will fix her, chat. We will fix her. I mean, it makes sense what Evil Ed is going for, but that's dangerous and that's a very toxic way of approaching it. Personally, as a therapist, we can literally do actual therapy and work to build up her self-esteem and stuff, because otherwise, I don't see this going anywhere. Evil Ed is good. Nah, man, I don't see Evil Ed as good. That's all I gotta say. I don't see Evil Ed as good. We will fix Aqua.
ユキちゃんとは
Aw.
なんでこんなに違うんだろう。ユキちゃんより目立たなきゃ。でね、それでラブラドール好きって言ってたよね。あっちにでっかいのいた。
マジ？
That's fucked. That's fucked. I mean, she said it was war. She said it was battle, that she wasn't going to let you take it. Oh. No. No. Don't act on emotions. Don't. You're falling for a trap. Literally, don't. Oh.
そうやって簡単にひっついてやり口に品がない。
カット。
一旦撮影止めます。
ティッシュでもいい。
モデルの顔にあれはちょっと。
The director said cut. The director said cut. I'm following what the director, and so he says he says action. I'm pissed. I'll let it go for a little bit longer, but I have a lot to say about this. I have a lot to say about this.
明日雑誌の撮影なんだろ。
大丈夫だから落ち着いて。分かってる。 焦っちゃったんだよね。知ってるよ、茜が努力家なの。みんなの期待に応えようとして、ちょっと向いてないことしようとして。
That hug will never make it out to the public. You apologizing, you saying, hey, it's okay, it fucked up, whatever shit happens, never makes it out to the public. You know what does? These fucking disgusting cameramen, these disgusting directors, these disgusting editors that are gonna go ahead and edit and overanalyze it, right? And add the right? And then like, that's what's gonna fucking make it out to the public. Your hugs, this sincerity between you two, Akane's done. Yeah, enhance 1,000 times. Akane is done. Like the production team is gonna capitalize on this. If you think about it as a director, what's gonna bring in the most views? This little drama period that just happened. And of course you're gonna go ahead and table it with "You'll never believe what happened," and you're gonna have her just like with the blood like, you know, coming down, and like her hand just like when she slapped her or whatever, because it's gonna bring in clicks and views and whatnot. I'm fucking pissed, dude. I'm pissed because this is what led to it. Yuki's acting cool, don't get me wrong, but the situation that led up to this is also not cool. She was very upfront about what she wanted to do, yes, right? But at the same time, this went from past just being a game, a reality show, to her treating it like it was life or death for herself. For Akane, it was, and now this is game over, and now I'm terrified. I'm so fucking scared because now minimizing, denying, and blaming. Hold on. Where are we at, chat? Literally, they're using children. They're using her. She's a child. She's underage. At least under 25, you really don't. Your brain isn't fully developed in situations like that, right? We've already seen the emotional abuse aspects in terms of the emotional abuse that was happening towards the manager, the isolation aspect that is happening in that, right? I'm kind of questioning it, like if minimizing, denying, and blaming, like blaming specifically, might start coming into play. Coercion and threats and intimidation are the three big ones that I'm sort of wondering if these three pop up. Fuck. If these three pop up, this is a show. This is an episode that's literally gonna hurt. That is probably gonna tear me apart. And I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
なんかわからなくなったんでしょ。ごめん。顔、雑誌撮影は。
Who's the one with the power? The entertainment industry. Other people other than her. I think Yuki is being sincere here. I'm not gonna lie. I do think Yuki is being sincere here. But I don't think this is gonna make it to the cut, you know? Like, I think she's actually being sincere in everything she's saying right here, right now. But if they're recording this, it's more than likely not gonna make it ever on air.
大丈夫だから、落ち着いて。わかってる。焦っちゃったんだよね。知ってるよ、茜が努力家なの。みんなの期待に応えようとして、ちょっと向いてないことしようとして。
So she understands. Like, Yuki truly understands where Akane was coming from. And she empathizes with her. And that's a beautiful way of reflecting and summarizing what happened. And not being mad. And I love that. I love the honesty and the realness that comes from this. But I fucking hate the director and the entertainment industry. Guys, let's drop some self-care love for Akane at the moment. Because this hurts. This hurts in a lot of ways that I just...
なんかわからなくなったんでしょ。ごめん。顔、雑誌撮影はあるのに。
Yeah, there's guilt coming into play now.
大丈夫。こんなのフォトショで簡単に消せるから、仕事には影響ないよ。茜は私のこと嫌い？
Bro.
嫌いじゃない。強くて優しくて好き。私も 努力家で一生懸命な茜のこと好き。
Just end the show on a twist. Both of you get together, say, "Ill boys, you guys have never truly sought the value of friendship," and just walk off with her. You can make this end in such a positive way if you wanted to. I'm not gonna lie. Like, y'all can be in a really healthy way. Like, please. Please. Like, that's all I gotta say, because otherwise it might just... Oof.
だから怒らないよ。本当？カメラ回ってないんだから今演技しても仕方ないでしょ。
学校とかだったらちょっと揉めてすぐ仲直り。
5 5
努力家で一生懸命な茜のこと好き。だから怒らないよ。本当？カメラ回ってないんだから。
Are you sure they're not filming? Because what if the camera's still rolling? Can someone save the tape of this, please? Can someone step in and save the tape of this, please? Like, I would step in and be like, guy said, director said, cut. Because, or just pull out your phone or something for a moment or whatever, dude, because fuck.
今演技しても仕方ないでしょ。
たらちょっと揉めてすぐ仲直りみたいなことよくある話で、本人たちの中では解決したことだとしても。
Oh my god. I'm livid. Dude, I'm fucking getting to the point of being livid. I'm literally about to just fucking, like, I'm about to be... They literally went with it. They literally went with it. I'm not a wizard. You invoked this. How did I invoke this? How did I invoke this? This hurts. This hurts. My kokoro. Oh, I weigh. I weigh. Yeah, apparently I wrote the series. No, this is genuinely following. Because there are people out there who try to say, this follows no psychological principles. Bull fucking shit. Every show you've ever watched follows some psychological principle in some way, shape, or form. The study of psychology is not just the study of the human brain. It is the study of, literally, right? Psychology is the study of the mind and behavior. Mind being, i.e., how do we set up routines, hobbies, and all of these things, right? Sociologically, how do we imprint on one another? We can go on and on and on. But there are so many people out there that try and downplay, like, the actual influence and information on this. And this hurts, man. This hurts because even as YouTubers, right? Let's say that I were to be like, wow, you know, can't believe Kyle's did this. People would take it and run with it, dude. Like, people would start drama baiting out of situations like this. And there are people that thrive literally just drama baiting. Like, up next in the news, welcome back. Make sure you guys get your something time raming, you know, energy drink. Fantastic. You know, and so on and so forth. There are people who quite literally, that's their whole thing, is baiting people like this. And is that good for your own mental health or the mental health of others? Is that good in general to be able to go ahead and do this and put you on edge no matter what you say? Legitimately, out of a situation like this and being caught up in random stupid shit, because sometimes people make up lies and people will start, and then it turns into tribalism. It sucks. It sucks so fucking bad. Where people don't like you for stupid little things. They'll say, "Oh, I don't like your eye color." Yeah, fuck his eye color. I don't like the way he smiles. Oh yeah, one of Ed's tooth is pushed back. Yeah, that's why so on and so forth. And yeah, I do have a tooth that's pushed back because I was kicked as a kid. when doing martial arts, and it grew wrong. I didn't want to get braces for it because I'm like, it's a little imperfections are great, you know. Oh, this, and that, and I'm like, you get a lot of fucking hate comments, and sometimes it's okay. Sometimes we can deal with shit as creators, and I know that like Kyle's and others content creators have gotten it. SB, I know that he's gotten hate shit as well. But sometimes it's a lot. Sometimes it can yeah, yeah. I can already imagine the shitstorm that's about to come. And I'm terrified. This is the tip of the iceberg. There's no doubt kind of does stuff that's even more mean spirited when the camera's. They should arrest her for serious injury. So the modest girl shouldn't try to stand out all of a sudden. I knew that girl had the wrong idea. So Akane, she did this kind of thing before too. She's unqualified to appear on TV. It pisses me off. I can't believe a girl with zero presence laid a hand on Yuki. I bet they drop Akane. The deluded girl is a pain in the neck. Akane is trash.
それをネットは許さない。
No. Thank you for watching the show. We can't wait for him. Please take her to a fucking, like, please just take her inpatient or to, like, get mental health care, like, help now. To see a counselor, like, now. Literally deactivate Twitter, deactivate everything. Get her to go get help now. Before it's too late. Before it yeah. I'm trying not to cry. I'm really holding everything in because fuck, dude. Yeah, Sima, dude, yeah. As a fan of Love Now, hear me out. You should have just stayed in the shadows with the... So why did you have to get in the way at the last minutes? You don't involve others in your selfish hysterics. Should have stayed a bit. I'm reading them for a purpose. I'm reading them because this is what we do. I'm giving you guys the view of a content creator. I'm giving you guys the view that we experience at times. Joey Gunn, thanks so much for the follow. You should have just stayed a bottom tier idol. Once you lay a hand on someone, your life's over, right? Never show your face. Pathetic desperation when she tried to make a comeback in the show's final stages. It was plain to see she should have just quit before pulling a stunt like that. Why did the show ever select a girl like her? Who's Akane? It's like, wait, you were on the show? Never before has it been so completely finished. You suddenly show up and cause trouble for everyone, and with that attitude of yours, personality is lost. Everyone would be happy if you weren't around. I've never been so disgusted with anything I've seen on Love Now. Quit this show. I've been thinking. I got bored.
やっぱりと思った。ちゃんと謝れば許してもらえると思った。
Just don't.
番組との契約で放送に載ってない部分のことは言えないけど。
Literally don't.
だけでもできる限り説明して謝れば。
Don't. No.
それが合図だった。
No.
メムちゃんが言ってた。
人は謝ってる人に群がるんだよ。謝ってるってことは悪いことをしたって認めたんでしょ？ 悪いことをしたなら石を投げていいよね。そんな風に謝罪って日本人の道理的には正しいけど、炎上対策としては下の下なんだよ。
私は悪いことをしたから当然だ。これはみんなの意見。目をそらしちゃダメだ。私は批判の意見もできる限り目を通した。
炎上ってさ、真面目な子ほどダメージ大きいんだよね。批判の意見なんて見なきゃいいのに、全部の意見を真正面から真摯に受け止めようとするから。
Oh.
目をつぶると炎上のことしか考えられなくなって。
Someone has to step in
朝にな
now.
ったら全部収まってるって自分に言い聞かせて強引に眠った。でもそんなことあるはずなくて。
茜、大丈夫？顔色悪いわよ。
大丈夫。
No, don't mask.
明日学校休む。
Don't mask.
大丈夫。
No.
行く。
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
茜の見た？やばくない？いつかやると思ってた。なんかいつも仕事があるからとか芸能人ぶってさ、いちいちマウント取らねえと気が済まないのかよ。マジ性格悪。自分はあんたたちとは違うからみたいな空気出してくるよね。今頃囲いの男どもに慰めてもらってんでしょ。
The evil of guys. I'll share this. I'll share it because I guess trigger warning. Trigger warning. Letting you guys know. There have been times where people who have come in here onto stream, onto some of the YouTube comments and stuff, when I was having a really, really rough time in my life. I think I've shared this. I lost a friend of mine a while ago. And during that time, I was in a dark place. I was really, really fucked up. I'm just gonna be straight up with you guys. It was one of those places where I'm just like, I don't know what I'm fighting for, but I'm fighting for something, and I'm trying to go ahead and, like, you know, keep everything going smoothly. And for me, it's like that was a big hit because they were also an expert. They were also a therapist. They just like to go out and perform and do drag and do a lot of other things, but the hate got to him as well, and he took, matters, and he took his own life, and that the amount of hate that was coming towards him was a lot, and that devastated me. That devastates me still. I remember being on here, right, during that time period, and getting, for example, people coming in here and saying, for example, at the moment I'm on medicine, so I don't really know the weight's gonna go up and down. Literally people coming on here saying stuff like, wow, you're a psychologist and you're fat. How can you be a psychologist and be so fat? You can't do that. That's not possible. Oh yeah, you're brown, you're darker colored skin. Yeah, you're not a therapist. You're not a psychologist. The fuck did you get your education from? A third world country? You honestly deserve to die. I've been told that. I've been told that in the comments a lot of times. Even you're spreading an agenda when all I'm doing is talking about mental health. You look, yeah, you look absolutely disgusting, blah 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 blah, like comments on my face, on my figure, on it. I've seen it all from back in the day. I know the mods have seen some stuff, like literally coming through being like, being just absolutely disgusting. And this is not something that I've ever opened up about, but previously at one of my places of employment as a therapist, someone had called in because apparently they saw my picture and they found out where I was, and they had called in and they said some horrible stuff that I had to go ahead and have a meeting about and talk to my, supervisor and people there at work about, like, hey, I'm talking about mental health stuff in a positive way, and they were out there just saying some of the grossest things available about, like, trying to pretend that they were a client of mine, or trying to go and pretend that they were doing certain things. There are wild people out there. There are people out there who literally will try it. And for example, I've seen this spread around as well. Screenshots that I've never even had, or out of context screenshots thrown out there. He's not a therapist. If only you were white. I was told this. And that hurt like hell. You know why? You know why that fucking hurt, dude? At that point in time, my channel was hacked, right? I was stagnating a little bit because my channel had been hacked. I had been doing a lot of, like, trying to go to work stuff. And they're like, wow, if only you were like this other therapist. He's an actual therapist. They actually, know what they're talking about. That therapist that they were referring to is actually like my brother, my best friend. We went to the same fucking school together, you idiot. We got the same degrees from the same place. We work in the same state, in the same area, and everything. It's shit like that, like, it's disgusting, it's vile, it's horrible stuff that oftentimes just makes you take a step back. And I'm talking about it now because if I've been attacked like this, right, in the comment sections and random threads, like, for example, everything that I do, and I will always be straight up with you guys, and I'm throwing this out there because people always like to, he's not a wizard, he's a psychologist. I've never stated that I'm a wizard. In fact, I've always tried to fight against it. I've always tried to say, hey, I am analyzing a character's behaviors and, like, their traits and their habits and whatnot. And I'm bringing up literally the stuff after stuff. You guys can fact check me. You guys can go through and look at the stuff up on the internet. Literally go through and references, Bowlby, ecological principles, so on and so forth. Everything I've ever stated, for the most part, has been literally backed up by a reference. I brought up things after things in order to go ahead and present my case in doing certain aspects and stuff like that. And there are literal people out there who try and be like, he's read ahead. I don't have fucking time. I don't even have time to spend time with my family at times. I literally come home from work. I turn on, I have an hour to fix mic, to fix stuff, do the stream, go to bed, wake up, do homework, spend a little bit of time with my partner, go to bed, wake up, do homework again, start to stream. Monday comes around, guess what? 9 to 5, from 5 to 7, 5 to 8, I have to go ahead and teach martial art, to do certain ththings, and it's a whole cycle. My day is full and I don't have time to do any of that. Not only that, it defeats the purpose of literally doing things. I've been told, hey, why don't you stop? You're such a waste of a YouTuber. You don't even know how to do it. Yeah, that's right. I'm not a YouTuber. And this is not a reaction channel. We're doing a live analysis. This is quite literally analyzing stuff live. And in fact, I'm doing this on Twitch. To top it all off, I don't upload these videos. The editors do. And they do because I want people... I don't hide my shit behind the Patreon wall. I never do. I don't care about views. What I care about is that these videos go out and at least get to a person who might need this. Mental health wise or not. And that they might be out there having a good time and laugh about it and join us in a situation like this. Who might be able to go out there and, like, take away and get a good laugh for a minute, or listen to this like a podcast on their way to work, or maybe even like they're learning psychology and they're able to go and use some of the concepts that we've talked about. People try and say, oh yeah, well, he's making money off of it. Yeah, it's funny because all the Oshi no Ko videos, and 99% of the videos on the channel are unmonetized. Yeah, well, and they try and make every single excuse out there to try and attack, instead of just saying, hey, you know what? Literally, I'm doing this not because I want money out of anything. No, I'm doing this because I genuinely, as a kid, as a teen, I attempted. Because I didn't understand myself. Because I didn't understand what was going on in my life. Because I had gone through a really, really bad breakup. Because I had gone through a scenario in which I was left alone, and the only thing that I could relate to as a teen was literally the characters that would pop up Saturday night on Cartoon Network. Was Dragon Ball Z. It was literally some of the Adult Swim shows. And I was like, man, if only there was someone out there, a therapist, or someone out there that could legitimately talk to me and connect with me using this medium. Because there's so many people out there that still stigmatize anime as not a fucking medium, and video games as not a medium to go ahead and heal. That's why I do this stuff. I do this stuff to break down the stigma that's out there, to allow other people who might be feeling alone, who literally might be going through a rough time or have gone through a rough time, for them to be able to connect and maybe even learn a thing about themselves, for them to seek out help if they need it, for them to be able to grow as an individual and as a person, for them to know that they're not alone and that, hey, help is out there. And while I might not be able to be everyone's therapist because I'm like a cat, at least I enable that first step for people to start looking for help and to know that, hey, psychology is a field, we're evolving, and it's okay. It's okay. There are people out there who know what you're referencing and who is okay with that. And that's why I will always say, like, I appreciate each and every single one of you guys for being here. I am insanely proud of each and every single one of you guys. I sincerely, like, you guys have been a light in my life, and I appreciate you all. And I know the impact, and this is why I bring it up, because I know the impact that a community and that chat can have on an individual. And you guys have lifted me up through some really dark times. And that's why when I'm looking at Akane like this, I'm terrified, because I'm seeing a reflection of my younger self when I was attacked like that, you know, when the comment section was going wild, or even my younger self, my 16-year-old self. I can't even imagine how I would handle that, and I would attempt, you know. And that's why I'm saying, guys, if you guys are in that headspace, if you guys are going through something, seek out help. There are help hotlines out there. There is no shame in that. I will state that again. As a psychologist, I will say I have worked on my trauma. I've literally worked on my traumas all the time. I talk with a bunch of friends that are therapists as well. I have worked on my stuff. And I acknowledge that I can be silly, that I can be goofy, that I can shoot the shit, that I can do 101 things out there, that I don't have to be a professional 1,000% of the time and talk in high verbose words and bring up metaphors, because there's no need. You can be you, and there's no shame in seeking help. So if you guys have ever felt triggered, I implore you, I beg you, if there's something going on in your life, seek out help. If you need someone to vent to, I'm here for you guys. You guys might be having a shit day, and if you guys come in here and be like, Ed, I'm having a shit day, can you throw some Doritos in the chat for me? If that'll cheer you up, I'll make sure to flood the fucking walls with Doritos. If you're like, Ed, I'm just gonna vent on here, fucking vent. I'm not gonna stop you. If you're like, Ed, you know what, my boyfriend broke up with me, you mind giving me some friendly advice? I'll give you some friendly advice. This is literally a community for you guys. And this is a safe space for you guys to be able to go out and express yourself and be genuine about it. And that's what I want you guys to take away from it. You guys are always welcomed here. Even if you like me, even if you don't like my content, I don't care. This is an opportunity, and this is a space for everyone to be able to come on in and at least know that they can express an opinion. Granted, people might not always agree with your opinion, but we can have a conversation about it. And maybe we might not be able to change each other's minds or whatever, but you at least have someone to talk to. And that's what we're here for. And that's what I'm here for specifically. I love y'all. I really do. I appreciate y'all. And you guys are absolutely amazing. Sorry, I don't mean to go on a giant ass rant. Oshinoko is bringing out some weird rants out of me, man. Oh god, Oshinoko is just something else, man. Also, thank you guys to all of you that are subbing and, you know, following and even helping out with, like, getting the throne and, you know, chipping in for the camera and all of that. You all are amazing. I appreciate y'all. I never demand anything like this, and I hope y'all know that. Like, I appreciate it if it comes from your heart. It means everything. Thanks, guys. Shall we take a little break, guys? What do you think? I think it's been a little bit. Woosah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna go and back it up to around the 16-minute mark here, just to be able to go ahead and process this. You guys ready? Set. Told you. Legend in the history of stream. Hi, this is your first time here. I caught your stream. Merlania, hello. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well. What brought you in here? Is it Oshinoko? I'm guessing. Here you go. It's rewind time, everybody. Except like hopefully semi-decent rewind time. Yes, hey, there we go. Well, welcome on in. You're always welcome here. Let's go.
ちょっと揉めてすぐ仲直りみたいなことよくある話で、本人たちの中では解決したことだとしても、それをネットは許さない。
やっぱりと思った。ちゃんと謝れば許してもらえると思った。
It hurts, man. I can't even
番
like.
組との契約で放送にの
So she's fucked. Okay, now I've gone from pain to anger. Now I've gone from pain to anger. Oh, we're in the stages of grief, boys. We're in the stages of grief. Now I've gone from pain to direct anger. Due to my contract for the show, I'm not allowed to talk about anything that wasn't shown on TV. I know, a new emotion called pinger. Guys, holy bananas. Yeah, scary. Well, the thing is, even as a psychologist, we're still human, dude. Like, we're just able to go ahead and process information or help people process their emotions and stuff, you know? Panger, dude. So someone has to have a recording or something of it, or to be able to show off or do anything. Oh, dude, because otherwise, oh no, this is getting rougher, dude. Dark, oof, oof. I am not even gonna lie to you. Yeah, this is Aussie man, dude. This episode is something else. I've already teared up. I've already gone on rants. This is what I would hate is that this be a catalyst for how she starts treating others. By this I mean this moment becomes a traumatic memory for her, and say that she takes it to the next step and that she tries to harm herself in some way, shape, or form. Right? Parataxic distortion is formed with whoever's there if she ends up being saved or whatever, right? What I would hate is for this trauma, the center of trauma right here, where she feels caged, ends up being her escaping one cage and entering another cage. I'm terrified. My mind is racing because I'm like, Aqua can save you, but at what cost? And that's where my mind is at. I know Aqua can pull in things together and reenact shit and probably do something for you to try and save you. And probably others can too. But it would be like you, the way that I'm thinking about it is like you being like, I am locked in my room. What am I gonna do? And you're like, someone hands you a key and it's like, open the door. Yay, I have more space, but now you're still locked in your house. The key you got was only for your room. The lighting in these scenes are brilliant. Yes, 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 and just the sheer darkness and the fact that like even the light from her phone is not illuminating her face, right? It feels claustrophobic. It feels alone. It feels it seems like she might just cling. And this is oh man, this shows something else. Trap?
それが合図だった。お前見つけたら謝るわ。言っても謝らないで。メムちゃんが言ってた。
人は謝ってる人に群がるんだよ。謝ってるってことは悪いことをしたって認めたんでしょ。悪いことをしたなら石を投げていいよね。そんな風に謝罪って日本人の道理的には正しいけど、炎上対策としては下の下なんだよ。
That's internet culture though.
悪いことをしたから当然だ。
Fuck.
これはみんなの意見。
Professional help.
目をそらしちゃダメだ。私は批判の意見もできる限り目を通した。
炎上ってさ、真面目な子ほどダメージ大きいんだよね。批判の意見なんて見なきゃいいのに、全部の意見を真正面から真摯に受け止めようとするから。
目をつぶると炎上のことしか考えられなくなって、朝になったら全部収まってるって自分に言い聞かせて強引に眠った。でもそんなことあるはずなくて。
茜、大丈夫？顔色悪いわよ。
Based on a true.
大丈夫。
What?
明日学校休む？
大丈夫。行く。
Bro.
茜の見た？やばくない？いつかやると思ってた。なんかいつも仕事があるからとか芸能人ぶってさ、いちいちマウント取らねえと気が済まないのかよ。マジ性格悪い。自分はあんたたちとは違うからみたいな空気出してくるよね。今頃囲いの男どもに慰めてもらってんでしょ。ありそう。
茜、最近元気ないけどどうかしたの？仕事で何かあった？
母親がちゃんと教育しないからこう。
Ooh. Now they're targeting her mom too. This is oof. Oh. Here's the thing is sometimes people take things to the real world as well. And sometimes people, like as I said, like with my story that I shared earlier, people can literally go into the real world as well and take something so personally and feel like it's their flag to raise and go and spread misinformation or whatever and really quickly and cause a lot of harm. I would be scared for her life as much as others. Yeah. And for those of you guys that are in a dark space or dark whatever, sometimes you might not even be able to recognize the symptoms. I'm gonna go ahead and label some out for you real quick. Guys, if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling fatigued a lot lately, if you're feeling like not eating, if you feel like being with others just completely drains you, and you're like, no, I need to go lay down. I don't want to be around others. There is hope out there for you, guys. Make sure to seek out that help. Any good professional, any individual out there, even if they're not acting as professionals, will always throw out there like, hey, for example, I hope the other individuals that did this, reactors, analyzers, everyone in between is like, hey, there might be some things that trigger us because this is rough. This is rough, man. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of remind them, the more you stare into the abyss, the more the abyss into you. Yeah. The list that you guys see up there is for the ones here in the U.S. There should be some, like, we're trying to get like some for your own hotline, your own national whatever. So if you guys need that, yeah, oof.
こういうカス女が生まれる負の連鎖じゃん。
ごめんね、お母さん。
とりあえず今は何もツイートしない方がいいかもな。何を言っても燃料を与えることになるだけだから、何か言うときは相談して。
番組の更新日、内容を確認する気力は湧かなかった。けど少しだけ落ち着いてきた批判が最初の頃のように盛り上がっているのを見て、大体中身に察しはついた。そしてこの番組が注目される限り沈静化は。
Doesn't that kind of look like who's this guy? Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Random guy in the back with glasses over here, right? Wait a minute. Hey, yo, but it can't be the doctor. Right? No, there's no way. Probably her theater group picture. I am a surgeon. But the girl next to her looks a little like I, but it's not I. She has that like face, that smile. She can do a smile. It's not her though. It could be like a theater acting group. I feel that. I feel that, but it's just uncanny. It's like yeah, the ages don't match at all, but it's like uncanny feeling. You know? I'm cooking something here as well, so hold on. I'm also cooking something else. I said look like, not really be. Yeah.
そしてこの番組が注目される限り沈静化はしないこともこれからの芸能生活にずっとつきまとう問題だとも
He's so precious.
私あの子昔から知ってるけどさ、自分は周りと違うって思ってるっていうか、自分のことを天才かなんかだと思ってるんだよ。他人の痛みとか全然考えないと思うよ。
いい子ちゃんムーブしてるのも全部演技なんでしょ。
どうせ裏でも男とばっか遊んでて真面目に仕事なんかしてないわけじゃん。
私が世界の中心みたいな顔してさ。
結局いいとこの子なんでしょ。苦労なんてしたことないんだよ。
こんなんが好きなやついるの？
こんなやつは何やっても無駄なんだよね。
友達いなそう。
周りとうまくやれてなくて人間性の薄っぺらさが出てるよね。後先考えないバカな子じゃん。
男に囲われて気に入らないことがあるとすぐヒステリーになるわけでしょ。
何か一つのことに真面目に打ち込んだことないんだろうな。こういうわがままなやつ俺の周りにもいるわ。
The amount of thoughts that come from outside in is wild. The amount of pressure that comes from the outside in, insane. The amount of misinformation that people often get just because you're a genius, just because you're smart, and people try and discredit you because of family, because of race, because of economic power, because of like influences, because of whatever. People will always, sadly, people try to discredit individuals like this. Like it's insane and it hurts and it's a wild journey, and that's why I'm like, It's a constant reality of things, but at the same time, I do want to bring this up because for me, there's something that I think about, and yes, we are going over this because this is just hitting it. Is her world, actually, before we even get to that, hold the fuck on. Right now, does she have food, water, warmth, and rest? Ladies and gentlemen. Right now, at this point in time, does she have her basic needs met? I'm not saying does she have access to, I'm saying does she have her basic needs met? You can have access to friends, doesn't mean you have them. Right? So it's does she have her basic needs met? And I think that's a big one. Met then no, yeah. That's a good question though. I always love love questions like that. Wait, is she not eating? She's not eating. She's not really sleeping or resting. As a psychologist, any good therapist worth their dollar should be doing this with you. Where are you in this pyramid? Right? For example, she might have been up here. She might have been self-actualizing. What happened? Boom. Prestige and feelings of accomplishment down the drain. Managers having issues. Intimate friends and relationships, boom, affected almost immediately because guess what? People now have this prejudgment of you. All your prestige that you thought you built up, boom, gone down out the door. Your security and safety gone down as well because all of a sudden people now see you as that villain, as that whatever. Oh, you stopped eating and you're no longer sleeping well. You're no longer resting, and we're not even going to touch on the topic of sex. Boom, boom. Her hierarchy of needs is broken. If I were to get a red line and go through this, a lot of this would start being marked out. That's a red flag. As a therapist, mark yourself wherever you are. You can be missing one or two things, like one maybe one here. I have intimate relationships but no friends, or I have friends but no, or vice versa. You can be missing stuff. However, the consistent blash, slash, all the way down to the very, very base needs, I'm terrified. I am terrified. We're going on to Erickson's developmental theory. Yes, I am doing this because, yes, this is important to the character. As a kid, was her world safe? Yes, because she at least had a home. She had all of that. So she enabled a sense of trust with her caregivers in some way, shape, or form. At what age did she start doing theater? She seemed rather young. She seemed around like preschool to early childhood, right? So then comes into the question, am I good or bad? And that's where I think we're at. We're either at these two stages. I'm not going to lie to you. The first time that pressure and trauma was introduced to her, that's all I got to say. Right now, she's an adolescent. But where trauma was introduced, right, was probably around 5 or 6, somewhere around here, somewhere around this age range. She looks young. Where pressure was introduced, where all of a sudden she needs to perform. And all of a sudden you have initiative versus guilt, feelings of guilt, industry versus inferiority. What does this mean? Am I good or bad? Children need to begin asserting control and power over their environment. Success in this state leads to a sense of purpose. Children who try to exert too much power or experience disapproval result in a sense of guilt, i.e., always seeking approval. What can I do to be better in the show? Oh, you're telling me, okay. Oh, did I do bad? I'm so sorry. I'll do better. Oh, you're feeling bad. Oh, how can I fix that? People who, yeah, even taking down the notes. Follows up with the next one. Industry versus inferiority. Children need to cope with new social and academic demands. So success leads to a sense of competence. Failure leads to feelings of inferiority. This is Erickson's developmental theory, guys. It's out there. This is, yeah. Noct, how are you doing? Thanks so much for following. I appreciate you. Or if you're subbing, I appreciate you, man. How you doing? But failure leads to feelings of inferiority. We've seen that. We've seen feelings where she's like, I need to do something. I need to leave a mark. I need to leave, I need to leave something there. Right now, another big trauma that's happening right now, identity versus role confusion. Who am I and where am I going? Teens need to develop a sense of self and personal identity. Success leads to the ability to stay true to yourself, not wearing masks, while failure leads to role confusion and a weaker sense of self. We're not done yet, guys. We still gotta go. I did it. I started taking notes when I was in high school. I did not do this as a kid, and clearly for her, she's been doing this for a while. If you take a look at this, for me, this scares me because it's leading me to believe that, like, say that Aqua were to get involved with her, she'd put on any mask to try and impress him. Oh, if he becomes her white knight in shining armor, based off of identity versus role confusion, she doesn't know who she doesn't mind what role she has to play in order to please Aqua until she finally starts getting healthier, starts getting fed up with them in some way, shape, or form in the future orientation, where like whenever she reaches young adulthood, like 19 through 40, these questions are probably going to start to pop up. Am I loved or wanted? And if that pops up, guess what? She will more than likely either A, try and like force this relationship like with whoever she ends up with to happen, or B, go against it completely. Because all of a sudden, this is going to start triumphing others. If you guys ever want, you guys can look this up by yourself. Of course, always search out a professional. The key questions to be answered are these questions right here. Is your world safe when you were young? Think about it like that. When you were 2 to 3 years old, could you do things for yourself? Were you a good kid or a bad kid? Ask yourself these questions. It's a good way to go ahead and introspect. It's a phenomenal way of going ahead and doing things. Put on an apron. Oh, we're not done yet. We're not done cooking yet, my friends. We're not done cooking yet. Right? Hold on. I'm bringing this up. This up. I'm bringing this up. I'm doing all of this because this gives us a good understanding of herself. We're bringing up a lot right now, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize, but this is a live analysis, and we're going in deep. She's in here. what ends up happening? All of a sudden, right? Boom. From something that she's doing this show, which is impacting immediately her home, school, neighborhood, peer group, all life, right? Which is influencing out to her, the mass media. People are aware of sort of what's happening. Her parents' workplace still doesn't know about it, but she's influencing this way, right? If we put Akane right in the middle, we see that right now, her being in the show, her job as an actor, her job as whatever, right, has already started a big sharp influence in her home, school, neighborhood, peer. These are the immediate things that it starts influencing. However, there's a big shift to the right of this ecological, Brofenbrenner's ecological theory, which is already going to start influencing mass media hierarchies and other things in here. Now, she made an impact statement. It's like hitting water. It went out. Now it's coming back in. You ripple out, ripples come back in as well. Mass media, what does it start doing? It starts affecting her peer group, which starts affecting her health and abilities. The mass media comes in, it's probably going to start affecting the way that she sees her neighborhood, which might start affecting her, which will start affecting school, which will start affecting home, which hopefully it doesn't affect the parents' workplace. Though I never understood this graph that much. The way that this works is you can put yourself in the middle. In any decision, any action you do, you can calculate and you can think about it like this. For example, if I put myself in here, right? I'm Ed. I'm in here, right? I'm a male. I am working on my health. Best way for me to put it. I take a lot of meds at the moment. I am a psychologist or whatever, right? My home life seems to be pretty stable at the moment. I am doing school, however, and let's say that I make a big peer review paper, an amazing thing, a study on psychology. Well, guess what? That's going to affect school, which is going to affect the educational system, which might go ahead and affect, if it's popular enough, some community and government agencies in terms of health, right? Which might affect over the dimensions of time, might suddenly come back and start affecting mass media, might affect my peer groups, might affect even the neighborhood that I go to based on the ripples that I have out and the ripples that come back in. If you put yourself in there, you're able to go ahead and see how your actions and potential actions can have an effect going out and coming back in. You can go as big or as little as you want, Aldenor. It's up to your train of thought. But as we're going through this, immediately, the only thing I can see as a potential safe for her is her peer group that is the other actors in her environment. As much as I was blasting Yuki at the start, Yuki and Aqua and them might be the only ones that can go ahead and sustain the pressure from the exosystem crashing in and trying to affect this. They might be the ones that save this. I'm legit not gonna lie. They might be the ones that are holding everything up, and it might be up to Yuki, Aqua, and all of them to literally start putting up the barriers and boundaries from everything crashing in on her. Otherwise, if the macro system starts crashing into the exosystem, and it starts crashing into the mesosystem and the microsystem, guess what? When stuff starts crashing in really, really badly, that's a red flag for dangers to self. School age. We've already gone over this. This is another one, but this is Kohlberg's theory, right? Good boy, good girl effect. Effort is made to secure approval. Well, social contract. Here we go. Morally right and legally right are not always the same thing. They should be able to go ahead and live a better life for everyone, but this also goes over what affects them and whatnot, which is actually kind of interesting, which is good boy, good girl type of thing. This is another thing that kind of scares me. This is the interpersonal theory of suicidality, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of you will never see this in your life. And I hope that a lot of you never have to. This is the interpersonal theory of suicidality, and this is where I'm at with her. If I were to do a risk assessment, yeah, I know, it's kind of garbaggio. I know, there's like no pixels on this. Well, yeah, I literally can't see. But I'll describe it out loud. Perceived burdensomeness, I am a burden on this side. Thwarted belongingness, I am alone. Down here is the capability for suicide. If they ever come into the contact with one another, I am a burden and I am alone, along with the capability to create any form of suicide. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. The desire for suicide is up there. that's a red flag. And right now, what I'm seeing is she feels alone and she feels like she's a burden. She feels alone and she feels like she's a burden. She needs help. She needs help. I can't even state that enough. That is, yeah, or black flag. I don't know what flags mean in situations like this. Last one, guys. Sorry, I know the capability of suicide means that she's at risk of hurting herself. The bottom circle is the capability. Does she have? Is she able-bodied to do something? Does she have the means to do something? Yeah, faith can affect capability. Like it does, your faith overrules certain things and so on and so forth. But it doesn't necessarily always stand everything. My thing is, yeah, I love you, dude. I hope you're doing well, Kazel. Yeah, you have the means to do something. Exactly. Only one of the circle crosses with capability is the attempt likely to be less lethal. It is. So if one of them crosses, say like the capability to do something, it is less lethal, but it's still worth looking into. If two of them cross, like if you have like both diagrams crossing one another, it's like, hey, we need to go talk. We need to go get help. What are her cognitive distortions at the moment? That all the tweets are doing all of this. Not just the tweets. This is stuff that's like in the workings. It's been in the work for a little bit. Her mentor filtering sucks a little bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see this. I see this as well. An employee receives good performance review, but she only focuses on the negative, disqualifying the positive. A student gets a good grade but overlooks it and tries to explain their good grade as simple luck or fluke instead of the hard work. She at stage 6. Personalization. You attend the party, but all your friends are busy engaging with other people. You feel like they do not have any interest in being your friends and engaging in conversation with you. This makes you feel like you don't belong in. Yes, and feel excluded. She feels as though it's an attack on her. Imposter syndrome's another one, but that's not a cognitive distortion as much. That's more of a whole nother, like, I mean, it can be classified. It is a distortion actually, but it's not like the most like common ones. Nazu? Possibly one. Is that what you're saying? I think she's checked. There's some that she checks off, but the reason why I'm saying this is, guys, we all have cognitive distortions in some way, shape, or form. It's always good to keep yourself in check. And as we're going through this, can you see why I'm worried about her? And can you see why I'm like, honestly, I'm worried because for her in particular, I'm worried about two types of suicidality. And again, we are talking about this because it is a big theme in this. For guys, we guys tend to be messy. That's the best way for me to put it. Um, you know, pills, big one. Pills is a big one. Rope is a big one. Something that um guys tend to be messy with in terms of like, they don't mind if they make if when committing self harm there's a mess or something like that. It is morbid. It is morbid. But that's why I'm going through with that. Yeah. Yeah. By messy, I mean they will go ahead, like for a lot of males, and there's a lot of studies out there. If instinct takes over, they will literally grab what's next to them and go for it. And they don't mind about the closed casket, open casket, whatever you do with that. A lot of other individuals tend to go ahead and think about, I want people to go ahead and like relieve this or whatever. Impact, yeah, impact. No, 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 no. Not. I'm not considering that messy. But there's 101 things out there, right? And this is my number one thing. With her, I'm scared that she might either disappear into the night and try and like, you know, swim deep into the ocean, try and like come, not even go into oncoming cars, but like try and find the bridge, try and take pills, try and put something in her water. There's a couple things that immediately come into mind out of like clients that I've had that have attempted in the past. And that's where I'm like, this screaming, this screaming at me. She needs help. Anyway.
勘違い女。もうお前の席ねえから。
I'll back it up. I'll back it up. I got you. I got you. I got you. Sorry. Here you go.
一つのことに真面目に打ち込んだことないんだろうな。こういうわがままなやつ、俺の周りにもいるわ。
勘違い女。もうお前の席ねえから。
Thank you much for the hydrate. This is a question I want to ask you guys. When you look in the mirror, who do you see? This is a question of reflection I want to ask you. Are you happy with the individual that stares back at you from looking in the mirror? Are you okay? Do you see something that you want to change? Do you see someone who's been through a journey? Do you see someone who's tried his best and is staring back? Are you okay with it? Do you feel strange? And if so, why? Do you see your mask? Do you have it on? Is it slipping? And it's okay, you did some work. Oh man, I'm a little burp like than I was yesterday, and that's enough for me. Hey, Jake, that's awesome. I see someone that I can improve. When thinking deep, it allows for moments of healing, right? Moments of seeing what you need to go and improve. And that's why I asked them. And if you see someone that you're disappointed in, Sade, and if so, why? And if you see someone that you're disappointed in, how can we make that, like, what can you work on yourself on to try and not be disappointed? If you see someone who's failed, how can you improve to not be that person that's failed? If you look in the mirror and say that you saw a younger version of yourself, what would you say to yourself? If Akane saw a younger version of herself at this point in time, what would she say to herself? If you saw a younger version of you, a younger version of you that has not taken the journey that you've taken so far in your life, what advice would you say to yourself? That's a big question. That's a big moment. Because a lot of people don't take the time to reflect, to have a diary like Oresme has, to do something about it, to take a moment to think on themselves and grow. A lot of people use individuals like myself or other reactors or emoji reactors or whatever to be able to let out emotions. Because letting out emotions in front of their family, it's not safe. Because being able to go ahead and show emotions in front of others, no one does that. Their friends aren't capable of doing that. So we seek sometimes other people that are analyzing, people that are emoji reacting at times or being whatever, in order to be able to let out some of those emotions as well. Right? Because sometimes we've literally cornered ourselves in a wall in a situation like that. I would tell my younger self to take action due to my shelter. Buy Bitcoin. I think that's what a lot of people would do. Ah, that's so true. I like watching reactors who cry to sad stuff because it's hard for me to cry. Yeah. Sometimes, and it's not a bad thing, by the way. Whenever I see emoji reactor, it's not a bad thing. It's just sometimes we do that because we need to feel something. And sometimes seeing them get sad or seeing another person get sad can get us into that state. So, oof. Oof. Oh no.
今炎上してる茜って子、ララライの劇で主演やってて、めちゃくちゃ頑張り屋な子なんだけどさ。今回の騒動を見てたら、そういうのもただのアピールに思えてきた。今まで押してきたけど、ちょっと無理になった。
What is your support network? What is your support network, guys? Honestly, I think it's the innocence that she had of this world, of this industry. It's sort of like leaving it. So there's a big symbolism for, especially, I think it's in a cherry blossom season when all the cherry blossoms explode out and how there's like you know, then the tree sort of dies off for a bit. That's sort of what I'm scared of again. She's at her home. Where are her shoes at? Now, come on, guys. We don't got to go that far, but I was about to say, yeah, we know that. But this, what is her support network? Where is her support network? Who can she even turn to? And this is why I did brought from ecological theory. And same question for you. If you're in a crisis moment, who do you turn to? Who's your support network? Because this is a way to talk about. Sakura represents change, well, yeah.
ララライの劇で主演やっててめちゃくちゃ頑張り屋な子なんだけどさ今回の騒動を見てたらそういうのもただのアピールに思えてきた今まで押してきたけどちょっと無理になった
No, 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 no.
茜と中学で同じクラスだったけどマジみんなに嫌われてたから
No.
男癖もひどくやりまんって話
完全に芸能人としては終わりでしょ売り物の顔殴るやつ使うはずねえもん
つか顔もマジブス
No.
性格悪そうな顔してるよね
バイバイ茜残念だけどもうテレビで見ることはないね
This. Getting a comment like this, and as I opened up earlier, she needs to go to therapy. If Aqua's the one that's, if Aqua steps in, and it's like, let's say that like she's just walking, and Aqua's like, "I will be your savior." Let me hit you what the Aqua is, you know, like, I will fucking flip. Yes, you don't get me wrong. Can he do something? Sure. He can, but will it be toxic as fuck? Yes. Will it be a bad propinquity? Yes. Is she just escaping into a bigger cage? Probably. You know, he's not that kind of a doctor. I'm gonna be straight up. Wait, if this happens, if Evil Ed is right in any way, shape, or form, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And they've been trying to contact her. Go to her house. One of the directors or the producers has to have it. Go to her house. Check in. Oh shit. Oh shit, no. No. Oshi, no. No, no. Oshi, no, no. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah.
考えるのもう疲れた何も考えたくない
No. No. No, I'm not your enemy. I'm just your manipulator. Thank you for saving her. Thank you for saving her. You have white eyes at the moment. I'm sure you did this out of the goodness of your heart. I see the white eyes, but I am fucking terrified of you. I am 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 not a wizard. I am not. Yeah, I know he doesn't have bad intent, but that doesn't mean in the future he won't have bad intent, because this is going to create an insane parataxic distortion. This is going to. Evil Ed was right. Evil Ed was right. Evil Ed was right. Oh no. Oh no. Would anyone else save her? Well, think about it this way. He was there at the right time. Why? He could have been anywhere, but he was there at the right time. He might have been worried about her. Yes. The intent behind his eyes is clearly showing that there is good. Right? So, oof. Don't worry, we'll get to it. Let me talk, boys. You predicted this a few episodes ago, I think. Really? He ain't no hero. He's the dude. This is He's watching her the whole episode. He has been watching her the whole episode. In fact, since the previous episode. Evil Ed is always right. Guys. Because now what I'm thinking is like, will you follow me? You know, like he starts like, oh, I need you. We can do stuff together. And like now he's like, fuck, I don't use this. I'll use this as her, and this as like, as this is Akane. This is Kana. Yeah, you know, with Kana, I'm gonna be like, hey, yo, girl, how you doing? Let me raise up your, hey, shorty, how you doing? Let me raise up your temperature, right? And Kana's like, oh, like, oh, getting flustered and shit, and then like, I'll go cold, and then I'll get back in, and that way she's like interested. And with her, I'll be like, hey, yo, why don't we kiss? Why don't we go ahead and do certain things? We can go ahead and show it off. We'll be that power couple type thing, yeah. Like I know you. I saved you. You're my experience. I'm gonna tell you things because you're gonna be like with my evil side. Now he has two different things, and now how does he play this out? Evil Ed, this is what Evil Ed is sort of thinking about, right? Is particularly when it comes to a moment like this, there might be two people at play now. And because there's two people at play, there might be more danger. Because now he's like, he has to know how to navigate both. So he saw it and just went for her. I know Evil, I'm it's not even a harm because I have a feeling like if Akane keeps growing, let's say that she's to grow healthy, and say that Aqua is still on a path for revenge, she might literally go against him. She might grow and be healthy enough to be like, no, I'm done with this shit. That's Akane. I'm not sure about Kana though, and I don't know why Kana is giving me weird vibes, and I'll tell you guys something. I'll tell you guys that in a bit. But Kana gives me some weird vibes as well. He's not evil. Aqua is not evil. Aqua is gray. Aqua's in a path for revenge, and people that are in a path for revenge will do anything and everything in their path to get to do stuff. Yeah, I do feel that there's a darker story behind Kana, and we will see. One thing I do want to touch on. I recommend this happened to contrast with reality. I do want to go ahead and state this though, which is, and this is a personal story. This moment right here. I've heard a story before, and I always find this impactful, especially with a friend, with wherever he is in this world, wherever you are. I'll share the story again, which is there would be times where I would walk. This is an abridged version to the park in the middle of the night. It'd be like 1, 2, 3 in the morning, and I would find this random passerby on the other bench. Nothing there. And it was one of those moments where you would just go feel the breeze. It's 2 in the morning, you're at a park. I go out just to sometimes clear out my head. I go out just to be able to go ahead and like brush off the day, whatever that may carry. And going through to a park like this, you'll often find people who, during that time of the night, who are in a dark place, who are lonely, who might need an extra hand, might need an extra whatever. And the call of the void is real. Yes, the call of the void is real. During a lot of people don't even know about the call of the void. And being through in a scenario like this, I remember at first it wasn't even just company, me just being there right next to him. And it became like a daily thing because I would take a walk around that time, right? Because I'm over here, I'm thinking, I'm introspecting a lot. And literally, I would meet this person almost every day, almost every week, there, sitting there. And he slowly started opening up and telling me a lot about what was happening in his life. And I remember one aspect he did tell me was the night that I had gone through and first met him, and was that stranger on the opposite side of the bench, staring like a dork at the stars in the sky and talking to myself about like, I wonder if like, doing this theory with this theory is wrong, because he wasn't gonna talk to me. I didn't want to be weird about it. Was the night that he had thought that like maybe life was gonna end for him. And there were other moments and stuff where he felt like like maybe this is it, maybe this is something. And him, you know, and for me, it's a big moment of introspection, which is I just kept going because for me, it was my walk. And I love hearing people's stories. Like, for example, sometimes I'm late to stream, and I do mean this because outside of work, there's a big homeless population in my city. I buy some pizzas, I sit, I chat with them, we chill. Then I come here and I stream. Hearing people's stories is impactful. And I remember as I was sitting there and hearing his story, and he got to hear me vent a couple times and whatnot. Slowly but surely, he just stopped showing up. And it started going from day to day to once every week to once every month, once every couple of months. But I know that he's doing much better because by the end of our conversations, he had gotten a job, he was getting like a girlfriend, he had improved so much. You know, he had improved so much, and he had started to grow so much. But just a slow, okay, I'm okay, I'm everything, and that meant the world to me. And moments like that, like being there for someone, can mean the world for another. So be there for your friends. Be open to being there for your friends. And be open to communicating about aspects like that because it's not easy. It is not easy, mi amigos. It is. Fuck. If we work together, we will save and elevate each other. It could be like that, but at the same time, it could be a lot more of like, I don't see her fully going along with this plans, just because seeing the version of her that was before this trauma and seeing how she might catapult herself, especially if you give her a powerful role, right? Like, let's say that I was to give her a queen or an inescapable, like, top tier goddess, idol, whoever you want to go and say, and see that she has to, like, learn about her or replicate something about her in some way, shape, or form, right? If she starts gaining self confidence abilities, guess what? She might fucking leave him. If they end up being together and like we can build a beautiful world together. You grow as an actor. We grow through sometimes the characters in the books and plays that we read and all of these things because sometimes we incorporate and we learn lessons from the characters that we're trying to play. After credits without filter, I'll see about it. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a tough one. This is a tough one, and I don't think he has bad intentions with it, but I can see like I don't think Aqua has bad intentions with it, but I can see how it can go into a bad scenario. Aqua is literally her savior. Yeah, her white knight in shining armor. This is based on a real story. Hold on, I'll get to the real story. Is it? Holy shit! All right. Wait a minute. 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 I just had a weird brain blast. Weird brain blast here. Ladies and gentlemen, please, please. I will state this, guys. If you are in a dark spot, please reach out for help. I've reached out for help at times, you know, whenever I've been in a really dark spot, but I felt like I couldn't necessarily reach out to others. Please do so. There is no shame in it. If you need a place to vent, this community is here for you. This community is literally built by you for you. Like the anime chosen that you guys are like, oh yeah, he reacts to anime is chosen by you for you. Once in a while, I dictated anime. I'm like, I want to watch Prison School or something silly. But this is for you, from you for you. And if you guys want to come in and vent, or you guys are like, hey, you know what? I need support or something. If it's reach out. There's help out there. There's help out there, ladies and gentlemen. There's help. And as a therapist, as a psychologist, any reactor, every person should be throwing this out there. Because this is big. This is big. There's no shame in this, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you all. I'm gonna talk a little bit about Kana and whatnot. Yeah, guys. Yeah, for Poland, remember there you guys go. There's gonna be some flying around. Seek out your nation's help hotline, please. Like, yeah, yeah. So the brain blast that I had is this. On there was a video I did called Oshinoko Solved, right? And it's specifically about tying in a lot of the pieces for how the story might develop, attachments, all of these things, right? Well, well, here's my big thing. What if, and this comes from the ending, by the way. This is where everything came in, which is like we were seeing their life flash by when they were kids, and you got this is nothing to do. This is just me theorizing at this point. I should put on my tinfoil hat. What if Kana has met and or acted with Aqua and Ruby's father somehow in the past, or knows about him, because they don't know who this guy is. We don't know who this guy is. What I'm thinking about is this. Now I'm thinking in reverse. I was thinking about how we could bait the father into, like, try and trap him or whatnot. Now I'm thinking in reverse. If I was the dad and I'm trying to get rid of Aqua or Ruby, if I have some sort of connection in there, now there's a Kane or Kana, and if I know them and I've worked with them in the industry, oh fuck, this is gonna get nasty, boys. Oh fuck, guys, this is gonna get nasty. What would that change? That changes because imagine this. Yeah, well, imagine this. Your self-esteem is low. You're kind of mad at something. Leonardo DiCaprio or whoever your celebrity crush is comes in as like, "Hey, you're wonderful. Hey, why don't you go ahead and like, so on and so forth. You can get someone to do your dirty work for you." I'm fucking terrified. I am terrified. I am terrified. I love the stream. Have a good night, really. Appreciate you. Sorry, that's where my mind immediately went. It immediately went to like, okay, I did one perspective, but now I gotta go ahead and flip it and like, what happens if this? Because of the ad, does the father know how the children look like? No, but I'm just saying if he ever finds out how they look like, or he ever finds out anything, yeah. Well, with that being said, guys, holy bananas! I appreciate. Do you think he has sociopathic? Yeah, yeah, he has APD. He has APD traits. Absolutely, Aussie man. I made a whole video about this actually. He shows a lot of APD traits, pretty severely, but it's all trauma driven. Like trauma gets us to act like this. Trauma gets us to do certain things, and it can be quite a ride. APD is antisocial personality disorder.